That's a good one.
Yeah.
But
Now you know. Hello, hello.
hello. Suddenly you say hello. I thought of Mobicom ad back in the days.
Wow, I can't recall.
Hello.
Unless-
Don't be so low.
I-
Mobicom 1-800. So back in the days when phones didn't have SIM
yeah,
card. Shit, I feel old.
it's,
When
it's
phones didn't have
the
SIM
the
card.
the briefcase kind of mobile phone, right?
I let me see if I have maybe. I think I have one. One second,
No
I got one
shit.
here. Wait.
Okay. Okay, hello guys. If you're coming here, please say hi and please help us share the video. Yeah.
So there we
So,
are.
oh, your mobile
Motorola.
phone.
Yeah,
Oh
not mine.
shit.
I'm not that old. One
Yeah.
lady was throwing this away, and I said like, this is so cool. I need to keep this, so I kept it. Bobby, can I pass it to you? You want or not? It's a great piece of artifact. It's
You need
like
to keep it keep it
I
within
thought
your
like,
body.
I thought
So very
as a
comfortable.
prop. How cool is that?
Uh,
It comes to the spot to put a shoulder you can
yeah.
hold and carry it like a hello.
Okay. Hey,
How cool is
youngsters
it?
who are watching, that is a mobile phone that Tana is holding. Tana, you need to move it nearer to your body so it doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
That's a
is a
phone,
mobile phone. Yeah,
and I see this how it
it's a
called. There's a
mobile phone.
numbers there.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen those before. So for youngsters,
Motorola.
those are mobile phones, Motorola. The day I asked a question, Tana,
Mm-mm.
I mean, me and you as well. When we were driving that time, right? Talking,
Mm.
using the phone and talking while we're driving,
Oh,
is completely legal, right? So we can actually do this on our
yeah,
phone and drive our cars
yeah.
all the way, whether from Old Klang Road jam to Cheras to Ampang jam, traffic light turn, manual car. We can do this
And shift
perfectly,
gear. Yes,
right?
yes,
And shift
yes.
our gears and signal our cars and all that. We can do this sometimes even with a cigarette.
Mm.
And then and now is literally we lost this ability, right? After
Mm.
it was made illegal.
I think Bobby, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, when we drive with our sensors, peripheral vision. We can look something and
Mm,
look in the side corner, and we drive. Automatically, we see rear view mirror. Today, if someone put a
yeah.
signal, and you bang them, it's your fault because I put signal already. So they think it's like
Ah,
a system. I already put in my queue for
yeah,
ticketing. Consider it's your fault already.
yeah,
I don't care anything
yeah,
else. Where
yeah,
else when
yeah,
it's all about defensive? Back then it was defensive driving. You're defensive, how
yeah,
you drive, and yeah.
yeah.
Mm. I also have a 7 series that I've seen recently with a phone. So yeah, it doesn't work
Mm.
anymore.
I remember distinctly the time when they announced it's no longer allowed to drive and and talk and drive lah, basically, right? On the
Mm.
phone and drive. I remember that time all of us when we were that was the transition lah. When we were
Mm.
still doing this, our eyes are always busy looking around for police. Remember?
Yep, I still do.
And that's when accident happens, right? Because
Exactly.
you're not paying attention on your drive. You are
Yes.
paying attention on where the fuck is the police, right? And then
Mm-mm.
accidents happen. That was before the SMS era, before text messages were popular.
Yep.
And then when text messages were more prevalent, I think it was year 2002 where finally Maxis can send a text to DG and
No,
DG can
actually,
send a
wait. Before that, people must
we cannot.
understand. Wait, no. Wait. Before this, Bobby,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
back in year 2000,
Yeah.
chatting on in computer was like a not a thing. Before 2000 wasn't a thing. but they came out with
mm,
a way for you to send text messages on computers. The same system was developed for SMSs, for network
yeah,
engineers to check to stuff like So
yeah,
even before it was popularized, you could
mm,
hack Maxis to send
yeah,
SMSs to other Maxis users. Although it
yeah.
wasn't the purpose of it, it was a hack. Way
Yeah.
before this, Chiang, way before this, before there was actually
Then
SMS.
when SMS was more popular,
Hmm.
people choose SMS over calling because
Hmm.
you can. Last time we have the T9 mobile phone now, right?
Yep. Oh
Everybody was
yeah,
so good at typing, right? So we lower our phones below the window line, right?
I
And then
remember.
our fingers, yes, and then our fingers start doing that. We lower it, but we don't really need to look at the screen because the screen was so
Mm,
small
mm,
anyway,
mm, mm,
right? And
mm,
then we
mm.
just send the Nokia phones and all that. Then
Yep,
when it
yep.
slowly evolved to touchscreen phones, everybody need to look at the phone. What the fuck they're typing because you
Okay,
cannot feel your finger,
but
right?
I don't know why, Bobby. Why don't
Yes,
people do swipe typing on phones?
I don't know. It's an Android thing, right?
It's also
I
on
use
Apple.
I use swiping. I'm not sure about Apple. I use
Yeah.
swiping, but swiping also
Yeah.
not 100% accurate, ma, right? There's a
Mm, mm,
approximation.
mm, mm, mm.
So so when when phones became touchscreen, you need to check what you're typing. That's
Yep.
when accident happens again because your eyes need to constantly check. The problem is, I remember there was a study back then that says that when you are driving versus when you are talking on the phone, you are 7 times more likely to enter into an accident when you are on your phone versus you are just
Mm,
driving, right? But
mm.
SMS, right? You are 24 times more likely to have an accident. So by banning mobile phone usage, which the human population was doing perfectly okay, by banning
Mm,
this,
mm,
everybody went to SMS, which
mm.
they cannot enforce because your hands are below the window line.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's hilarious, right? How
Mm.
this kind of anyway. I mean,
You want
for youngsters,
you want to hear a joke? The other day, the police stopped me, and
uh,
true story. Police stopped me, and he said, "Why are you on the phone?" I said, "No, sir. My car's hands free. I'm answering the phone."
yeah.
He said, he said, "This is true story ya. Jawab pun, janganlah angkat telefon atas tu and jawab bukan answer. Taruhlah bawa and answer the call and it goes to your." It's like use your phone, touch your phone, but don't let me see your phone. You're answering the call. I'm like,
Exactly. It was last time was such a simple thing, right? It was such a
yeah,
simple thing, but
yeah,
then it
yeah.
became, yeah. Anyway,
Anyway,
it's just for us in our 40s where we still remember how it was,
mm,
and for youngsters, I mean nowadays I don't. When I drive, I won't check
mm,
messages. I won't
mm, mm, mm,
reply, you know.
mm,
But that's also because I'm now a family man. Nobody is more important than my wife or kids or whatnot. You know, I don't care who you are. You text me or what shit. I don't care. You know. Yeah. Yeah. Last time was perfectly okay. Interesting thing. It's not that
interesting.
we want to argue to go back to this. It's
No,
impossible
no,
to go
no.
back because we've
Yeah.
lost the ability to do so. Anyway, yeah. Hi, Luke Tan, Jackson, Tim, Anand, Young Greek, yep. Coco Kev, Dark Lord, Anthony Montano. Oh, Anthony is running around. He's in Singapore
Mm,
now.
mm.
Uh, yeah. So, Tana, you want to talk a little bit about yesterday's session? Yesterday we did the
Oh,
Evo Dorito. So
Evo
from you know
Doritos,
what's
nice.
funny? I was recording my video, and then that was about the first round going out. That was when you're still doing your tires, right?
Mm, mm,
So I said in my video, I said, okay, you all observe, most of the time, the first round, first session, everybody didn't give enough throttle, all right? And then it was like trying, but then the car did not come out. And then I'll say, the second round, everybody will over throttle. The car will spin around, you know. So, how is it? You want to tell us a little bit about it?
So obviously, Ivan Kong, the Sifu of all things to do with driving cars, did the session. It was a fantastic event from their team.
Yeah,
And you basically go into your cars. I think the biggest thing was you get to learn your car. And I drove the E36, and the one thing I was trying to do was around first gear manual. I was like, I was revving, but like, ah, and then Chris went
yeah,
like, don't do, floor it, whack it, just to get the tail to strip. So
yeah,
I took half a day to understand like you got to really whack it, and it's easy to say this
yeah,
is just whack it, but it's something that you need to kind of experience yourself. And also I think what I learned was the point of losing traction. I think
yeah.
that was the biggest thing. Like one of the things that I'm not sure all of you guys have who know. This is my tires, correct? This is my tire. Uh, those who learn to drive manual cars, the first thing that my brother told me was, when you drive a manual car, the don't be afraid about the acceleration because the clutch is always there to save you. Your clutch is what
Yeah,
lets you know how fast you pick up. Similarly here is that don't be afraid. It's the other way around. Don't be afraid to accelerate because when you accelerate, you're just losing traction, but your steering
yeah,
is what controls you. So it was a bit of an
yeah.
unlearning and learning, and I think some of the participants came back and said like one point they were on the old tires and they
Mm,
lost traction and they're like, oh, but they weren't scared because you kind of
yeah,
already felt what it feels like to lose traction and you can control it back, and they're like, yeah, I can control it back, and they went back and they drove back safely. So if anything, drifting is fun. Drifting is good because you learn about when your car lose traction and how to get control back,
mm,
and have fun doing it lah. But yeah, it was a fantastic event, my first time ever. I mean, it's funny, but people say, oh Tana,
mm,
you tried before. I have been
yeah,
always be the person that keeps into my line and my control, my traction. I've never in my life drifted.
mm,
This was my first time ever drifting,
yeah.
and yeah, lots of fun. You know, and I want to buy an
What I
MX-5 now.
yeah, MX-5. It's like
Yeah.
what I'm amazed always. I mean, I've attended many of these sessions because
Mm,
last time, okay, not full day like that, you know, because Ivan Kong. I mean, throughout my career, like 10 over years in this industry, right? There were
mm,
BMW track days, Porsche track days, and a lot of times Ivan. I mean, my favorite instructor would be Ivan and his team lah. Of course, some car makers fly in instructors from Australia and all that. They are all rubbish. Not all, but most of them are when compared to Ivan. Ivan can stand. What I'm amazed at observing, right? He can stand there and as you drive your car out, right? He knows exactly the messages that he give, right? Why are you looking that way? Don't lift off. Continue. His experience
mm.
in doing this. And I want to ask, right? You driving a manual is easier because for you to like okay, the fact that you don't have like a lot of horsepower of turbocharger,
Mm.
but you can use the clutch to build up and
Yes,
then dump it to break
you
the
can drop
traction.
your.
And
Yeah, exactly. And
right?
if you're a person to drive manual, like a manual,
Mm,
you tend to save your clutch. You tend to like gradually. This is how I do it, But to
yeah.
unlearn all that, and they're no, you got to send it, Anna. You got to send it, drop it, and whack it, and so
Yeah.
that was the biggest turning point. And once I went through that turning point, that's what I'm saying. I think
Mm,
Ivan says the younger you are, the easier for you to learn drifting. Is it learn track days and stuff because your mind is not fixed to one way of doing it, And
driving,
he also
right?
spoke about the fact that you gotta drift every day if you can because it's like muscle memory. You don't do it, you lose it.
Mm, mm, mm.
So yeah, fun man, fun.
So nice. At first, I was so
Mm.
worried about the Singapore guys Jaguar because it's a diesel turbo, right? And diesel turbos
Yeah.
have massive lag. So
Mm.
his first few rounds, I was like, oh my god, is it too short for his, you know, for the turbos to build up and then to break traction? Then I think Ivan hopped into his car and showed him that you can actually do it instead of waiting and rolling out. While the turbo comes in, your session you are almost at the end of the last cone already.
Mm.
So
So
after a
so
while, see him doing it. Wow, I'm so happy.
so I met the guy from Singapore in the
Sin
tire
Yong, right?
shop. So we were
Ah,
there talking to him, and he had all his
ah,
tires all burned out, like, you know. And it's our
mm.
session. He's like, wow, so much fun, lah. I burned a lot of tires, man. So happy. And then and then he was putting on his back his I think it was on PS4. I think he was putting back his tires and playing
Ah,
back, you know. But yeah, he was
ah.
utterly happy with the event, you know. Yeah,
He joined
amazing.
us in Southern Siege, the entire thing.
I see. Correct,
He was
correct,
there.
correct.
Mm, mm,
Yeah, yeah.
mm.
And
Very nice.
yeah, a lot of them messaged me after the event, and I think um a few guys messaged me and they were like, "Oh, Tana, you guys are very friendly and approachable and come to." And people forget that what you see Bobby and myself in this things. This is who we are, lah. We're very approachable, like, you know. So come
Yeah.
there, talk to us, yes, you know. Yeah. So
I really have to thank Ivan Kong for and Uncle YS as well. Actually, YS Kong and Ivan Kong has been I didn't run into any accidents. I have to give credit to them over the years how they train most of us motoring people.
mm,
From don't know how to drive to knowing how to
mm,
save ourselves.
mm,
And yes, the credit all goes to them because they
mm,
have been the ones training us. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was fun, man, seeing you all.
And Chiang was a person normally very calm, isn't it? I got the video. I didn't put out lah. So went in this car. I was driving. He was like, "Tana,
Uh,
I drive, huh? Okay." Then I'm he was like, "Hey, Chiang, relax, Chiang, relax, calm down. This is drifting. Calmly go on the corners. Calm down. It's drifting means
I,
calmly." You
I
so
tell you,
he went berserks.
uh,
Yes.
uh, Tian got a dark
So
side
yeah,
one. I tell you, he got a dark side one.
Chiang was dark side, man. I saw the dark side yesterday.
But it's nice. It's like
But nice.
and then Gopal came over. Gopal came over
Yeah.
and
Mm,
see us. He drove his Golf GTI, right, and then I was
mm,
like,
mm,
yeah. Then I told him, I was like, remember in our live show, people asked us, Bobby, should I get a Golf GTI or a BMW 320i? And then we will always tell you that 95% of the time, depends on your usage, the Golf GTI is a sportier car,
logical
but
choice.
but a front wheel drive is a front wheel drive. I mean, a rear wheel drive is a rear wheel drive. You
Yes.
can't bring a
Yes.
the things that you can do with a rear wheel drive car.
Mm.
That's how it is. But of course,
Even
these kind of
a
activities.
Lexus.
Mm, yeah, but the Lexus I can see the suspension very soft, right? So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want your suspension to be harder so that your car
Mm,
moves in a lateral motion to break traction, right? The car just
mm,
sits on the outer outer wheel, giving it a lot of traction.
mm, mm.
Yeah, but this kind of activity is it costs serious money one because I mean
Yep.
you participate and then you burn through a few set of tires and your cars. I mean you cannot say that there aren't any uh, premature mechanical deterioration to to your the stuff that goes on underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was fun, and really thank you. That's Con. Really
Mm.
thank you, Ivan and Shireen for doing this. So Tana, next car with Rearwood MX5, and then MX5
Yeah. I mean,
has
MX5 was
LSD or
light.
not?
I'm not sure, but it was
I'm
light, lah.
not
I think the
sure.
fact was light. It was
Yeah.
just easy to control, easy to throw off. It's like
Mm.
900 kilograms, nothing much, you know.
Mm.
But yeah, I think I don't want to try the MGF. I have the MGF.
Yeah.
I have the MGF. I'm going to try the MGF drifting with it. See what happens.
Uh,
Not the Boxster lah. The Boxster I sang too much lah. Boxster is a two gear car lah. You know, two gear car you can whack it, you can drop gear, you can rev it, or you can do all you want. But I'm not gonna go sideways with the Boxster lah. Sorry.
but Ivan, but they all said you need a car with LSD to
Yes.
slide easier, right? Yeah.
LSD and front engine rear wheel drive is
Yeah.
the best lah,
Yeah.
obviously.
Extra knowledge. Do you guys know that LSD was invented by Ferdinand Porsche?
Hmm.
Yeah. But he commissioned ZF to build it. Asked them to build it. But it was his.
I find all things great lead down to two parts: Mercedes and Porsche.
In the early days of motoring, the two dominant company that dominated racing, right, was Mercedes-Benz and Audi, Auto Union,
Mm.
right? These two is like they basically tapao because during the early 20th century, right, motor
Mm.
racing is a bit there's an association to a country's pride
Yep.
on the European continent. Just like how airliners first came out, you know, every country rushed to have their own airliner because it means something that your country has your own airliner back then.
Yep.
So car making was also like that. So when it comes to racing, right, it's like freaking national pride one, you know. That's why they have the colors, right? France is blue, Italy is
Mm.
red, UK is green, and Germany is actually black color.
Oh.
But yes, Germany's color is black when it comes to racing back then. But Germany was so dominant. Basically, Mercedes Benz and Auto Union was so dominant, right? They went to the extent of not painting their cars and bare silver. And the
My
two
God.
of them were winning races after races, right? So the term that people thought is Mercedes term, silver arrow, when it first came out, is a plural term. It's silver arrows back in those days because it's
Mm.
always either Mercedes Benz or Auto Union. They were the two dominant force. But the two of them engaged one engineering firm to design their race cars. The
That's
engineering
who.
firm is Ferdinand Porsche's firm.
Yeah.
So this small little office with this genius there, he is the guy who designed the race car for Mercedes and also designed the race car for Auto Union, alongside with their land speed record breaking machine. That is the Audi Type C Streamliner from 1937, and it goes 430 kilometers per hour. Amazing, right?
Amazing.
Amazing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow, Chiang now find picture damn fast. I suddenly random topic. Chiang got all the. Hey, we didn't prepare this. We didn't prepare this.
Predict,
Very good
predictive
job.
text now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. In fact, the sitting
Yeah.
position of putting the driver in front of the engine, this
Mm.
layout was developed by Ferdinand Porsche.
Mm.
Last time you have the huge engine in front. So
Mm.
Ferdinand Porsche was the guy who started designing the race car whereby the driver sits in front, the engine behind the driver, and the fuel tank in between. Because if the fuel tank is in between, whether you're full or empty, you don't affect the weight balance that
Quite right.
much.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. It's
And
also designed by
and, it was,
Ferdinand Porsche.
and that thing was persistent in all his designs like, with the 911s. He was like, no,
Oh
this is
yeah,
how it should
yeah,
be. This is how it should
yeah,
be. Nothing else.
yeah, yeah. You see,
This is it.
that's
This is it.
how Ferdinand Porsche flipped an entire race car around, putting the engine
Mm.
behind instead of in front.
Mm.
So yeah, I forgot why I mentioned this already. So
Oh, we're talking about um good cars, how good cars are made, and how you can have a Golf GTI, but end of the day, rear wheel drive cars have nothing special about them, like,
yeah, yeah.
I do feel that, like, even in any BMWs, even the old either it's like Raptor, there's a sense of
Hmm.
just like something being pushed and can throw around. You always know is something. I mean, like for me, I've been like my journey of driving cars has been safe cars, Japanese cars, then go to like
Hmm.
Audi safe, and then go to BM, and then I'm like I'm BM hooked,
Yeah.
you know. So there you go.
Jiang, you flashback just now that last photo that you showed. But
Mm,
credit goes to Mercedes Benz for being the first car maker. The last one that you
mm,
just showed, the race car. There was a race car that you just showed. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You just flash it up, flash it up. Uh, Credit goes to
was
Mercedes Benz, right, for
mm,
putting everything between the wheelbase.
mm,
It was in year 1900, I think 1900. The
mm,
Mercedes 35 HP. Because before that car, right, every single car has the wheel below, and then they put the components or everything stacked on top, and then people sit on top.
mm,
So the whole thing looks like a carriage one back then.
mm, mm.
So the Mercedes 35 HP, yeah, the first picture on the left or the first picture on the right. it is actually the first car where people don't sit on the car but sit in the car, in between the wheelbase.
Mm.
So it was designed for lower center of gravity in order to win races. And this is the harbinger for modern three box cars. That's why I wrote an article. I said that when cars first came out, all of them are SUVs. But because of racing, they started to lower cars. Hence, we have in our minds, the default form factor is a sedan, right? But before that, the default form factor is actually an SUV. Everything was tall because they need to cross terrains and all that. So yeah. Anyway, sorry. When I go into this kind of topic, this
No,
is what I like about the car industry. Like I
I,
don't.
I, 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 I always say, I think we were at NAS at Shah Alam Stadium, and then you were talking
Yeah.
and talking, and then NAS and I were quiet looking at you, and you were like, "Yeah, so sorry, I talk so much." I said, "No, no, Bobby, we're mesmerized. We're listening to you and learning all this stuff. We should put into a video actually. Have talk car guys talks and talk about all cars and history of
Yeah.
manufacturing.
Yeah.
Crazy, yeah,
Yeah.
crazy man.
This is my expertise when it comes to automotive.
Mm.
I'm not good in car modification, racing, blah 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 blah. But how the whole industry evolved, what affected what, that is what I like.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, let's get to the
sorry.
questions for today. So,
Yeah.
so, so I guess the first one is from this one here. I can't read this, Chia.
Wow.
Could you
I'm
tell
interested
us?
in buying a used car directly from the owner.
Oh yeah.
However, I
Okay.
will get some guidance. Okay, the runner charges me 3K, includes postpacom, blah 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 blah, and then dealership to help obtain loan, blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Owner asked me
So
2K deposit.
okay, I'll probably try to answer this, Bobby. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
experience with this?
You go ahead. I think you have more knowledge on this buying and
Okay.
selling thing than I
So
do. Mm,
so I guess there's two questions here. One is the transfer of the name of the ownership, and second thing is the loan thing lah. So transfer of ownership is simple. You do a B5, and with some loan you do a B2, a B5, and it's like
mm,
30 bucks plus 60 bucks and 100, less 100 bucks is counting lah. You can do yourself. No issue whatsoever. Simple. The problem comes when you take loan lah. Most banks now don't accept walk-in for loan purchasing. They go
Why?
through because for them it's messy because you know the process. You go
Mm,
there and it's messy for them. They rather deal with this
mm,
one. And plus, I think there is a whole merit system to the whole, like they give commission and all this stuff to the
I
used car
see.
dealers. So
I
this whole
see.
ecosystem is there. So if you go
Yeah.
direct, you're trying to kill the guys who are supporting you, being the used car guys,
Yeah.
But there are some banks who takes it. I think public bank sometimes takes in Maybank, but in rare cases, if
Mm,
you are what the best thing is what call is two things, uh, go and find out what bank is the if you're selling a car, go back to your own bank. Tell the bank, here, I'm selling
mm,
my car. Can you help me? There's a new owner buying. Can you put the same bank? Then they're more happy to facilitate. Second thing is, go and find out your own banker where you bank, ask them a favor. But normally they won't accept walk-in, and for you charging you 2K for admin fee, all that stuff, that's very common lah. I'll just pay the 2K and ask him the used car price to do it, not a big issue, because
mm,
essentially is when you sell the car, it isn't up to you to arrange the loan. It's the guy buying to arrange the loan. It's his problem. How he arranges the loan is up to
mm.
him. It's not for you
Yeah.
lah. You know.
Yeah.
And so that's my take on the matter, Bobby.
So what is your take on this? He seems
My
like someone who's not experienced with all this.
Mm. So as I said before, if you are selling to your friend because you get a higher price opposed to going to Kasem or Muda or selling the used car, if you want to make
Mm,
extra money out of this, you're already
mm,
making extra money out of this lah. You don't lah go and somehow you want to make extra money and try to save time, whatever, and try to overcut the used car dealers. Like just pay them and they finish it. Really want to go the
mm,
extra mile and go through all the hassle, you can, but
mm.
you got to find the banker that can accept. you know Public bank and
Yeah.
Maybank till today they still allow you to walk in. I think people like Affin Bank still does, but very few branches, like not all branch. you know you really got to
Mm,
call and say, can you help me? Be nice to them. You got to go there, go to the higher purchase department of that particular bank and be nice to them, and they say like, okay, where's the loan earlier? Fine, lah, I'll take for you, like, So I did
Yeah.
myself. I've done loan with public bank, with
Yeah.
Maybank, and I've walked in
Mm.
myself, lah. But I really had to pull strings, favor, can you help me or not? And they say, fine, come and see me, lah. You
Mm.
know. So yeah,
Mm.
that's the uh, that's the industry we are in Malaysia now, lah. But Maybank is probably easier now, I would say.
I think to be fair, let's just assume his friend. I mean, he's buying from a friend, right? Directly
Mm,
from owner, right? Or the owner, and then the owner's friend. So if scenario one, the owner asks you to go through a dealer, right? I don't care his dealer, the dealer is his friend or not, lah, right?
mm,
So then you go through dealer, lor. Then the dealer
mm.
charge you 3,000 ringgit, which is very fair,
Yep.
right? Then everything you deal with the dealer as if you're buying the car from the dealer because the owner asks you to put uh to go through the dealer ma.
Mm,
Three
mm,
thousand ringgit, I think fair lah. Then
mm.
uh
No,
obviously
no,
when you
but
want,
Bobby, but sorry,
yes,
the first one will be the first one is the runner fee and JPJ and no matters. Then he said
mm,
2K for deposit on the bank. So I think they are basically is 3,000, of which 2K is the deposit to do it, like, So it's only 3K.
yeah.
Ah,
2K is deducted from the car price ma,
ah,
right? But the 3K is
um,
on top of the car price ma.
mm, mm, mm.
Right? 3K is the runner fee, ma, which is pretty standard now. Lah. I mean,
and the,
dealers, they run
yeah, and
around.
yeah, correct. And
Mm,
then the 2K, and the 2K, honestly, what
mm.
happens is the 2K will be refunded to you the moment the loan starts,
Okay, yeah.
because the bank doesn't allow you to take deposit now.
Mm. So when
Mm,
you say, okay, I agree to go through the dealer, then the dealer have to give you the form. You are as if you're buying from them, be it a
mm,
consignment or whatnot, right? Then the form, everything must be stated there. And then you should ask the dealer or the runner to put down this line that uh if
Oh,
loan
Eric Liu
is
say,
not,
oh, sorry. Eric Liu says number 2K is on top of the runner fee of 3K. No,
no,
the
it's
2K
not
is a
on top.
deposit,
It's a
Eric.
deposit. It's a deposit,
Yeah,
right? It's
yeah.
okay. Your upfront is 2K. Your upfront is 2K because the runner charge you 3K. Up to you whether you want to lump it into the loan or
Mm,
whatnot,
mm,
ma, right? That one is up to you, ma.
mm, mm,
So yeah, lor, you have to pay 2,000 to book the car,
mm,
which is a deposit, and then they go
mm,
and process the loan for you, and
mm,
then you should ask them to write down, which is an industry practice, if your loan don't approve, and then they will refund you the 2K. So
mm,
that is to secure the car that they don't sell to another person, right?
mm,
I think that is fair lah.
mm,
That is fair lah.
mm,
But if the loan
mm.
approved, you don't want, then there's no reason for them to refund
Yeah.
you the 2K.
Mm. And once the loan approved, let's say the car
Mm,
is worth 100K and 10K is deposit, you paid 2K
mm,
already, you got to pay another 8K to the bank, the balance
yeah,
deposit
yeah,
anyway. So the
yeah,
2K is just a deposit. So it's part of
yeah.
your deposit. So I don't think it's a issue in this case, like, no.
Mm,
Um,
mm,
to me it's fine as long you go, and I would say don't go to be a runner or a friend. I would say
mm,
best for you to go and find a used car dealer that's reputable. Let them do it end
mm,
to end. Better,
mm.
you know.
Yeah.
This friend business all we don't know who the friend is, like. Now just go to a used car dealer, give it to them, and let them do it, like.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or if you want Tana to help you, Tana would also
I don't want.
charge you a fee.
I'll give you numbers to call, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Next.
Come, next question. What else? Oh,
I
a
don't
lot
need to start
already start.
question.
Drought in China, switching off EV charging point. No, that's the thing. That's the thing. I tell you. I mean, 2 3 years ago, wow, the whole world, you see, all the European countries also signing into law that by 2030, by 2035, we will not use fossil fuel anymore. Blah 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 blah. But all these are democracies and these are governments. Government policy have to quickly change because at the first and foremost, before we protect the planet, we have to protect our people. This is the dilemma the world is facing, right? You need It's moral to protect human lives, but the more humans are alive, the faster our planet gets runs down. So yeah, I don't know about you, Tana, but for me, the route to electrification that I think is right one is actually fuel cell. I see fuel cell as the correct
Yeah.
direction.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
I
but
I
but
think, yeah,
current
correct.
technology is EV. Yeah.
Mm. I think
Mm.
I saw an article on was it Vice or whatever? No, I mean like a clip, like, no. They're already
Yeah.
making alternative fuel, Bobby, yeah, by taking the carbon from the atmosphere,
From the atmosphere.
and a clean
So
and it's clean energy whereby there's no emission, whatever. So my point
yeah,
is, we already have got combustion engine cars. Your trick is to make
yeah,
clean fuel and not try to
yes.
reinvent the wheel and to make this EV and stuff. Our system, our economy, our country, our planet cannot accommodate full EV. Period.
The problem is this. You see, we are
Mm,
now the whole world is now consuming energy at a rate that whereby the energy is already pre-stored over
mm,
billions of years. It's
mm,
pre-stored, hence we can burn at this rate,
mm,
right? Because it's pre-stored, ma.
mm.
Let's say you have a solar panel outside your house. Let's say government has a rule. Okay, every house you can only use as much electricity as your own solar panel is generating. Then you will save on electricity, right? How can you
Yep.
overload that? By placing a battery to put the battery solar power, then only you can have your aircon A, B, C, D, E all on, right? So
Yeah.
the earth is
Yeah.
also like this. So all this technology that we're mentioning, right? Fuel cell, biofuel, uh, taking carbon from the atmosphere and turn them back, chemically reverse them. All these are available technology, in fact, a lot, but none can be done in such a scale
Mm,
at a price that
mm,
is applicable to every country's economy, right?
mm,
If we go full on eco now, we will have a major, major recession.
mm,
Uh, People like us do live show for no reason, just sit here on the computer and just talk cock, whole night.
mm.
So that is the problem now, right?
If I
We're
if I
all,
was
I
if
mean,
I, if I was the government, yeah, correct. If I was the government, you know how they say like, oh, only X amount of cars can be made, like so. I will say there must be a law in saying how many EVs can be sold in a year. Needs to be a
mm,
law, because if you don't do this now, the
yeah.
rate they are making battery cells and consuming, it's going to be a bad future, guys.
And there will be laws preventing factories from making stuffs like this that serves absolute zero purpose to the earth. This apart from resources, and it serves absolute no purpose. This piece of thing.
Mm,
So that's the thing, lah. So
mm,
I always reserve. I mean, when I heard the whole, or like China pledged to be carbon neutral in 2060, and then European countries pledged that by 2030 they will stop making ICE cars and all this nonsense. I don't trust, because all these are policies that were enacted now, and they will have to change any given time. Like Germany just reversed their law, whereby they say they will no longer embark on building nuclear power plants and all that. They just reversed that, and Europe is very likely to start burning coal very soon,
mm,
right?
mm,
Uh, some people, some poorer neighborhoods in Western Europe that are nearer to the suburbs are
mm.
chopping trees, firewood, using that to heat their homes.
Wow.
Switzerland just had a law that your heater cannot go higher than 19 degrees. Can you believe that? 19. You cannot turn your heater higher than 19. It's like ridiculous, bro. I mean,
No.
and yeah, so it's crazy.
That
Uh,
to me is like really like living in a country that's full of dictator. They're telling you how hot you can become. No, there's no freedom there.
oh,
Think
yes,
about it.
yes, it's,
That
it's,
is
it's going like
dictatorship, you
that.
know.
It's going like that. But
Mm,
the problem is
mm,
this, if you guys think about it, why is it that the whole world suddenly what microchip shortage, food shortage, energy shortage, all this, right? Something is very wrong. Something is very, very wrong because Russia never said they don't want to sell their energy, right? In fact,
mm.
they want to sell. And if you go
Correct.
and search now, there was news that Netherlands, out of nowhere, the Netherlands government is enacting something that affects their farmers' production output of food out of nowhere. Now the whole world has food shortage, and Netherlands, despite it's small, it's a big producer of fruits or whatnot,
Mm,
and suddenly they are doing something like that. So I believe there is a force out there that wants to push the world
mm.
into a
Recession.
major reset. They
Mm,
want this
mm,
to happen. They want food to be
mm,
scarce. They want energy to be
mm.
scarce. Something is very wrong. Yeah.
What I found very
Mhm.
listen was Australia is going to ban. Australia is going to not allow high purchase loans for new vehicles that are not EV starting 25.
Yeah.
In three
Yeah.
more years. So in 3 4 in three
Yeah.
more years, you can't buy a car under loan unless your car
Mm.
is a EV. That is scary, you know.
Hey, I tell you another thing, Adana. Do you know why the whole European continent is so heavy on wanting to go EV? Actually,
They
all
want to be
these years,
independent, lah.
not just don't want to be dependent on energy.
Yeah.
They don't want to be dependent on US dollar. They don't want to
Mm, mm,
be they don't want to be held on the nose by US dollar. The thing is
mm,
this:
mm,
as long as you need oil, you will be propping up the value of US currency, right? Because they are pegged to oil, right?
mm,
Before the recent Russia and China thing, whereby they go all out and buy oil without using US dollar, and then Saudi Arabia got fed up with US. But Europe has always wanted to plot this thing. They unite together so that US cannot bully them. They launch their own currency, Euro. They still friend with US, and all these things. They wanted they actually see how US is, like uh I don't know how to say
printing
this.
money.
Yeah. So that was one of their goal, but then thoroughly punish them this round. Anyway, sorry. So yeah, that's a discussion today. Today we have
Mm,
some more free flow discussion,
mm.
huh?
Yeah,
Let's not
man,
be
it's good. It's
too
good. It's
stressed
good.
out in wanting to answer
Exactly.
everything.
And then, and then maybe just this one guy. Why Malaysians look down on Koreans? What went wrong? I think the cast. I'm talking about cast, not Koreans per se. I think Malaysians love Koreans, Korean drama and stuff. Is there? I think the
Yeah,
earlier days people said, "Oh, to an extent it was lah. Earlier days lah.
yeah.
But not the case today lah. I would love a EV6.
I think he meant Korean cars, lah, huh? Why Malaysians look
Yeah,
down on
cast lah.
Korean cars? I
Uh,
think the less educated a population is, or the more, or we would lack the independent thinking mindset kind of people, and
mm,
and we would then we always have this preconceived notion, right? We stick to it to play safe. We stick to it,
yep,
but
yep.
we don't judge things. We don't judge things openly. Malaysian is a very funny kind of people whereby we trust. No, we value higher than we value facts, right?
Value what again?
So we value trust
Trust. Okay.
higher. Yeah, We value trust higher than facts. So as a Malaysian, right, you want to buy a Korean car. Your friend whom you highly trusted tells you, hey bro, don't buy Korean car. They suck. Oh, really? Yeah. You know? But we are not the type like Westerners or Japanese. They are like, someone said this, let me open up the fact books and check,
Hmm.
you know, the records of cars that break down per 1,000 vehicle, recall rates per 1,000 vehicle, you know, problems per 1,000 vehicle. That is facts. If you look at facts, you will immediately discuss friends, friendly advice, and then you go ahead following the facts. So Malaysians don't really process decisions like that. I know Thana process decision based on facts. Right? That's why Thana is a CFO. But most Malaysians, hey, my friend say, oh, don't lah. Then done. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, okay. So moving on. It's another question about. Hi guys, CLS W218 upgrade to SLC 200. Oh, very different, huh?
Upgrade.
Is it an upgrade?
Either way lah. Either way lah. Buy lah. You
Right.
want a convertible. Buy
Hmm.
lah. It becomes a two-seater lor. Right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Try something different ma. If you tell me
Yeah.
CLS, you want to buy CLS, then boring. Right?
Yeah.
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 Go ahead. Go ahead. But Tana,
Right.
we didn't answer Dashraf just now. So I just want to tell
Oh yeah.
Dashraf
So
that
so the about the
yeah,
Korean cars, but
yeah, Korean
Santa Fe
cars are
versus Santa Fe versus the Forester.
Forester. Yeah.
I think Korean cars are new cars are reliable, no issue whatsoever.
Yeah.
The resale value, some models got issue resale value, but even then, it's like by certain percentage lah, not that great actually. So
Mm,
for what you get, for what you pay for, like Santa Fe
mm,
for example, it's pretty
yeah.
good lah. I mean, think
Mm,
about this, sir. A Santa Fe equivalent, if you want to get better, what is the option, Bobby? You're talking about um, not the Fortuner, SUV, diesel, big Land Cruiser, is it?
no
It's too
lah.
big, is it?
Land Cruiser is a ladder on
Too
frame.
big.
Santa
Yeah.
Fe size is Santa Fe size is almost Lexus RX size.
Mm. So you see the price comparison. so
Yeah.
so yeah, it's a
It's
lot of
actually
value.
one class bigger than the Forester, the
Yeah.
Santa Fe.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm.
So
Lot
yep.
of value, lah. Lot of value.
Yeah, but the one he's looking at is a 2016, which is not this
Mm,
version, it's the previous
mm,
model.
mm,
Which I personally don't really like its interior. I prefer
mm,
Kia's design more, the Sorento.
mm,
Sorento
mm,
is an equivalent car to the
mm.
Santa Fe, but
I find the
fit and
Kia
finish
design
wise,
is, yeah,
yeah,
the design wise Kia is always better than the Hyundai, Hyundai.
yeah,
But Hyundai, I find the Hyundai quality back then was better than Kia. If that makes sense.
mm, yeah, yeah.
I'm just
Back then
I'm yeah.
back then before in all the Germans into Kia, they have this positioning of wanting to make Kia the younger, more hip version, whereas Hyundai is more serious and all that. Then
Mm,
this didn't work out. Eventually, the best way to work out for these two companies is to pitch them head on, let them fight themselves, and they both improve. And then when they look around them, they were better than the equivalent Japanese. Yeah, I've
okay.
said this many times. Fit and finish and all that. Koreans are ahead of the Japanese in terms of
Okay.
non-premium cars. Okay.
YC asked a question. Do you install rear dash cam in soft top convertible? How? So you you don't install the back install on your number plate.
Cannot,
So if you go to a
cannot.
no, you can. If you
Number
can
plate,
go
number
to
plate.
there's a number plate holder with the camera on
Hmm.
the top there, and that's how you install rear
Ah,
view camera on. Yeah. So there you go.
oh, my dual channel dash cam, right?
Mm.
The rear camera is mounted next to my rear view mirror, so it's seeing me always on.
No, like, it's not that way. They have a bracket for the number plate with
Okay.
camera and number plate there. So very
Mm,
very
mm,
neat, like,
mm.
I've got one somewhere
Oh,
here. So
but
okay.
my 360 cam that came with my Android player, right?
Hmm?
There was a USB cable in my glove box. If I plug in a hard disk, right, the
Hmm?
my 360 cam records around me 24/7 whenever I'm
Wow.
driving. Yeah, yeah, it will record footage in there.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Anyway, yeah, that's how.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Wow. This one is very polarizing. So you've got considering a Lexus RC 300 or a Mustang, both two doors. Which will you
Yeah,
choose? A Mustang is nice, but people say it's an MLM car. LOL.
yeah, it's ML. Mm, mm.
I mean, buy what you like, lah.
Mustang
I
is
mean,
Mustang is more handsome,
yeah, yeah. I mean,
but
as much as an MLM car, it's still good looking. You still go out. You still have a smile on your face. It's
oh
still a
yes,
Mustang, lah. Yeah.
oh
So
yes.
I wouldn't discount the car completely.
But I always love seeing a Lexus RC now. Now that Mustangs are everywhere, right? It's
Mm-mm.
whenever you see a Lexus RC, you're like, wow, thank you for buying this instead of a 4 Series. 4 Series are everywhere, C Class Coupe everywhere. So, uh, which one would you buy? You buy the Mustang, right? Out of these two.
Mustang lah. I mean Mustang lah. Put it this way. I mean anybody sees a RC 300. If it's a car guy, they'll go like, "Wow, RC 300, nice." But I
Yeah.
think to the general public, the Mustang looks way cooler than the RC 300 lah. Sorry lah.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, definitely.
You know.
The
I mean,
now you
yeah.
look at the RC, right? It looks like the new generation 86, right? A
Yes,
bit like
correct.
that. Right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So there
Mm.
you go. 200 or 1,000 car.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But me personally, I
Uh,
prefer. I'm someone who likes to touch interiors, see fit and
mm,
finish and all that.
mm,
So I may agree more with a Lexus interior than a Ford interior. Lah.
mm. I mean,
Yeah.
personally, I won't pick either of this car. I'm not a Lexus guy
Yeah.
or a Mustang guy. But
Mm.
if I want to be something, if I drive a car, it has to be something that's different, something people see for whatever reason, good or bad, like. And I think the Mustang
Mm.
stands out lah, for that reason. It's just like it's just
Oh yeah, yeah,
silly, like, oh,
definitely.
Mustang. Okay.
Yeah. New
Very
Mustang
personal,
coming
lah,
out.
Tyron.
Yeah, new Mustang coming out soon.
Woo. Okay.
All right.
Now, Sir Lancelot asked a question. Hey guys, I'm
Mm.
deciding to whether to take the CX-8 2.2 diesel or the 2.5 turbo beast or normal 2.5. Budget no issue, require calf long term. So no issue budget. The question is, what engine should he take for a long term acquisition?
Mm.
I'm kind of for diesel for long term. If get the car for nine
Mm.
years, if you tell me, I'll go for diesel and just chill
Yeah.
out, drive. And the diesel in the Mazda is so quiet that it doesn't make sense because the fuel economy on the diesel is not like other diesels. It's almost
Yeah.
on par with petrol and diesel, but it's
Yeah.
quiet. And like, but I don't know why buy the diesel in the first place. But it's one of those cars that will be super reliable. They have
Yeah.
Mazda. You said what? Mazda is the only company in the world. They they make a diesel low compression, a petrol high high compression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
I mean, out of these three, I think I would take the diesel as well because
uh,
Mazda's diesel really it doesn't make that clatter sound. It has no
mm,
diesel smell. Is fantastic. And Mazda petrol cars, you should pump 97, which is
mm,
I mean something to consider on that. So go for the diesel. I think the diesel is really nice. But if there are certain specs that only comes with the highest 2.5 turbo and you wanted that spec, then there's no reason not to as well. Because if you
mm,
wanted that spec only exists in the 2.5 turbo, then no choice lah. Then you get the
mm,
2.5 turbo lah. But then the 2.5
mm.
turbo is really powerful and we felt you ought to upgrade your brake because that car is really fast. Yeah, they shouldn't call it just a CX5 2.5 turbo. They should call it CX5 MPS or something. It's the
Yeah.
difference of that versus the normal 2 liter or 2.5 is almost like Golf and Golf R already. It's a crazy
Yeah.
way. Yeah,
It felt illegal. Put this way,
yeah, yeah,
it felt illegal.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sunset Lover asked a question. New Civic V spec, or Civic spec, or the used BM F30 T2i T2D. I mean,
Well, we just came off
we
a
spoke about this
drift
before, right?
session. You buy a
Mm,
Civic, you cannot attend Ivan Kong's drift class. You buy a
yeah,
F30, you can attend the drift class.
yeah.
So rear
Lo-
wheel drive from
Logically, the Civic in all methods I can measure, it's pretty
yeah,
great for the price you pay for a new car.
yeah, yeah,
Logically, fantastic car, great, love it.
yeah.
But for me, a BM is a BM, lah. Hey guys, appreciate if you can click on like this session there. I'm seeing the counter, or you can't see, but we can see. I appreciate it. Yes,
Uh,
if you love the session there, please press like, because when you press like, I can see this number growing on my screen there. So I love it if you can just say like, share, and then spread the word.
yeah,
Oh,
lor,
it's
give
going
us
up,
a
buddy.
like.
See, going up. Yes,
Or help us
yes,
share the
yes.
session. Wow,
Please
only
click like.
200 over people watching, only 13 likes. So sad.
Exactly. Where are you
So
all?
sad.
Come on. I need more likes.
Yeah, give us some support, some moral
Yes, yes.
support. Yeah.
Exactly.
So new car, new car under warranty, everything. You have brand new car, is. But then when you get a F30, you'll be stepping into
Mm,
a relatively low maintenance premium German. Yes, and you can do something like that, which is illegal, but it's not illegal if you are with Ivan Kong in my apps. And then the sense of
mm,
achievement that you are able to do a figure eight, drifting figure eight towards the end of the
mm,
day. You
mm.
after Ivan Kong session, right? You come out, you drive on the highway, you look around you, and then you're like, you all cannot drift. That kind of feeling,
Yeah, yeah.
is nice. But then, of course, what comes with it? Used car. If one day your steering goes crock, 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 you need to change your electric steering thing, cost you a few thousand. Those things might happen. Uh, yeah.
Mm,
So you just have to be ready for it, lor. If the car is not
okay.
more than 8 years, you can actually get yourself an extended warranty from us, Evo Club Extended Warranty. You can just Google and check it out. All right. Mm.
Okay. Colin James asked, "Hi, sirs. Getting my first plug-in hybrid. Any, any for the future wise to maintain the vehicle in good shape? Um, skip lah.
Okay, let me explain. No, Tana, you should explain, right? Okay,
Okay, okay, okay,
we
okay,
both,
okay, okay, okay.
okay.
I love hybrids. Okay, I love hybrids. Okay, I love hybrids. Okay, go on, Murray.
Mm.
Go on,
We
Murray.
we both have owned two hybrids, right?
Mm,
Mine is yours is one hybrid and then plug-in hybrid. Mine
yep.
actually the same car, both are plug-in hybrid. So
Mm,
I've always said this from day one. Buying plug-in hybrids, because of how complicated these cars are in terms of how power that was supposed to go directly to the wheels was go through had to go through so many different things to think and process and calculate, and then I output a little bit and then you output a little bit, and then I don't
mm,
output here, you output there, all this kind of control unit,
yep.
blah blah thinga majinga going on the car. They are so complicated, so many wiring looms running back and forth, and interference may happen. All right.
Yep.
So if you buy a plug-in hybrid car, if you're lucky, you experience no issue. Or once in a
Mm,
while, some interference happen, and
mm,
like Volvo's case, a little turtle will pop up on your dashboard, and then you feel that your car lost power and all that.
mm,
Shut
mm,
off, or you go to the dealer, get it reset, and
yep.
things like that.
Mm,
And there are people who have driven 250,000 km, 300,000 km issues
yep.
cars and are still running. And
Mm.
there are also people who are so unfortunate that a little stone punctured their radiator, reduced cooling efficiency, and then it affected one of the battery modules, and
And the
then
car,
that triggered, and then the car went into brick mode, and then he brought his car to dealer A. Dealer A cannot find the problem. Go to dealer B, cannot find the problem. Dealer C finally found the problem. Blah 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 blah. All in almost a year already. The car,
yeah,
it's, it's almost a
and still
year.
paying installment.
Before that happened, he was thoroughly enjoying his car. He loved it because when you buy a
Mm.
plug-in hybrid, you have you can you don't have range anxiety. That's the first thing. Second thing, if
Yeah,
you have a
yeah.
charger at home, you really can experience the joy of driving an electric car. No
Yep.
sound, nothing, quiet,
Mm.
smooth,
Mm.
immediate acceleration, all these that
Mm.
comes associated with it. But if you're unlucky, then you have to prep your mindset that I'm
Mm.
ready for it. You know
Yeah.
that little thing might just happen.
Mm.
So
And
that's
and
that's
and,
how
and,
it is.
I, and, I, and I guess to quantify it,
Mm,
if you got 40K around, worst case scenario is a 40K bill for hybrid.
yeah,
Worst case scenario, out of warranty. If 40K for you, like, okay, like car already depreciated, used car, I don't mind. 40K I pay and I go on, then it's fine. But if
can I
not,
show an
then
example?
yeah.
If you buy a calculator just to do calculation, you will not anticipate your calculator having a blue screen or hanging, right? Because it's
Mm.
simple, it's straightforward.
Mm.
Now, if you buy a
Mm.
laptop just to use it as a calculator, right? Then if laptop, if computers just came out, I'm the salesman. I'm telling you, you have to know this. Computers are very complicated compared to a calculator. Sometimes they may hang, and then you need to restart it, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes the display card would somehow just go off, even
Mm.
though it's new, even though it's still
Mm.
under warranty, and it may happen. Sometimes the processor don't know why out of nowhere decided to overclock itself, even though you're not turning anything on, and then it heats up your computer. You just have to force shut it. So this is what I mean. When you have a lot of brains
Yep.
in something to overthink something, sometimes they really, do something out of the norm. Plug-in hybrids are like that. Yeah.
But I still love the hybrid, honestly. There's very few cars I've driven that can provide the sheer acceleration, the smoothness, the quietness that hybrid provides. Lah. No other car that is so great. I love hybrids,
Yeah.
honestly.
Eh,
I wish I can afford to buy new hybrids. Lah. Maybe that's the case. Lah.
Dana, I I love my computer more than my calculator. Same thing. It can do a lot more,
Exactly.
right? But Dana, I tell you one thing, right? This
What?
is with human mindset. You will be in a lot more stress and distress if you bought new
Hmm?
and that happened
Oh
versus
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
buy
Correct.
used.
If I yes, I agree. If I bought new and I
Bro,
went to
you're
dealer A, don't
pulling
know
your
dealer
hair
C.
out,
Imagine
bro.
brand brand. Oh, mm,
Yeah,
mm,
it's because you buy
yeah.
used, it reduced the impact by 50% already.
And the best part of it
Yeah,
is I know somebody who bought new BM.
yeah,
Uh, Within 150 kilometers of driving the car,
yeah.
he met an accident. Something happened in
Oh,
the inverter, whatever, and the car
yeah,
issue, and they fixed with dealer A under warranty. And till now,
yeah.
after 5 months, they're still trying to figure out what's wrong with the car. 150 kilometers of driving the car
Well, bro, there are
happened.
uh,
Crazy happened.
if
Thing
if
happened
you
now.
know
You know?
the Mercedes plug-in hybrid 350
Hmm.
E350E. Oh, I tell you, so many of them. And then there was a
Hmm.
point in time, before COVID, the E class. There was a point in time during that few months whereby Mercedes-Benz stopped all marketing campaign for the E class, regular E class, not plug-in hybrid,
Hmm. Hmm.
because that batch got some weird shit issue. Like
Hmm.
there were a few. There was one E200 coming out from parking lot, brand new car. He come out from his
Hmm.
parking lot, and then the car bricked there, just bricked, like absolute mati the car. And it's not a hybrid. It's just simple 2 liter turbo
Simple
E200.
thing.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. There you
So
go.
these
There you
things will
go.
happen. Imagine the stress you go
Hmm.
through if you bought new. I tell you,
Yeah.
it's crazy. All right.
On Collins at the question, the second part of the question, any advice to maintain the car? The worst thing about this is there's nothing you can do to improve or make it better or make it worse with hybrid. If he wants to do his things, do his things. People say charge it often. Some people say
Yeah.
don't drive it this way, that way. I found for everything someone say do one way. I also found cases where but the other way also got issue. So there's nothing. Just the car
In a
is
way,
automatic.
your
Hmm.
your battery has its own cooling system. All right.
Yes. Hmm.
The worst thing that you can do to your plug-in hybrid car or EVs is to let's say you are damn rich, right? You have a family home in Australia, one in Europe, and then your car has like 30% charge. But because you're so rich, you never really care about all these things. And then you go you suddenly you go travel to Europe 2 months, you know, or 3 months, like you just don't care, and then the car just till it has no more power whatsoever. There's a danger of combustion
Hmm.
when
Hmm.
when your car is at its absolute, like all these modern batteries, right? They cannot be left to until that is absolutely no charge. There's a high chance. There's a chance of them exploding. Yeah. So that's how it is. Get it
Okay.
plugged in. Okay.
Yeah. Noel is there. Looking to buy a Japanese car under $45,000 for my daily commute usage. Purchase a Civic FE, but need to wait 7 months for stock. Wow, really? Yeah, 7 months, huh? Uh, Sylphy 213 and City 212. Ooh, I don't like the choice, lah.
Yeah, man. Your choice sucks.
Hmm. Sorry, Noel.
Loan or what? It should be loan, huh? Should be loan.
213, I think no, lah. I think just loan, lah. 212, just about, yeah, just about ending, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. He wants a short-term purchase in between
Yeah.
to use while he wait for seven
Mm,
months lah. Well, Sylphy will drop value very rapidly if you buy a Sylphy lah. So I wouldn't buy a Sylphy.
yeah. Yeah.
And then the cars you're buying a 212 to 13 under loan, just at the point of it loan will be finishing, and you sell the car will
Mm,
also drop in price heavily. So I'll buy
yeah.
either a newer car, maybe a smaller car that under loan,
Mm,
or older car you can't get loan for already depreciate lah.
yeah.
And then that's what I'll do.
I I think if you have 45K, we're not sure if he's buying cash or loan. If he's buying cash, then 45K you can really go into those cars whereby you buy 45, 7 months later you sell also 45.
Yeah.
That kind of car, like a used Accord or a used Civic,
Mm. But
uh,
the years,
it's
Bobby, has to be. But don't you agree, Bobby? For that kind of buying
mm,
and selling in 7 months, it has to be a car that's not in the 2012, because you're buying
yeah,
that period. In 7 months, it will
mm,
drop tremendously because of the loan availability.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
have to
But
buy either very a bit newer or older.
but Japanese car, even till 15 years,
Hmm.
banks will allow loan, unlike
Wow.
Continental 10 years. Yeah. So
Hmm.
45K is not little money.
Like Accord lah.
45K can
I
get
would
a
go for
not.
Accord lah.
But 45K Accord
And
would be the Proton, the Perdana Accord,
yeah,
the Accord Dana,
true.
the Accord
Accord Dana.
Dana. So
Let's see what we
um,
can get.
or you spend 35,000, 30,000 buy a Myvi. I mean, a Myvi serves of a Honda City anyway, right?
Hmm.
And Myvi resale value is no joke, bro. No joke.
Mm, 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 mm,
Myvi
mm.
has very strong resale value. 45K still can take loan, get a Suzuki Swift. But maybe you need to fetch people behind, but it works also, right? While you're waiting for your
Yeah,
Civic, Suzuki
yeah.
Swift, that would be nice. So either these two, I mean, wow, damn old, 2012 city, 10-year-old city. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Mm,
Earlier, the statement I made about the Australian bank, apparently it's a bank in Australia, not Australia itself, that's trying to get more
mm,
attention by doing this. But I guess it sets off a trend on people trying to go do weird shit lah.
ah, yeah,
Yeah.
an Australian bank. Yep, yep, it is an Australian bank.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay. Apa lagi?
Uh, banyak,
Banyak banyak.
banyak,
Let's pick.
banyak.
Let's pick something I don't know anything about. The first one. O3 SL55. I've never driven
Oh,
one. I've heard of it. I heard the sound. I've never driven
Mm.
one. E93
Is this
M3.
the
I've tried one.
Aaron? Okay, Aaron, you already have an M4. So an SL55 would be
Sweet,
lovely.
huh?
Yes, yes. Wow, damn expensive.
So 1,000, huh?
Yeah. Mm. I, I mean, obvious Aaron don't need the rear seats, right? I think
Hmm.
SL55 would be something that is. Oh, look at that! I have a soft spot for this car, bro.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is this the one
It's
that
it's
press on the gear lever to start?
yeah
Oh, look at
yeah
that! Starter
yeah.
button on the gear lever, like
Fighter
fighter jet, like that.
fighter fighter jet. Yeah.
Oh, very nice, very nice. I'm rooting for the SL55 purely because you already have an M4, and this would be cool. And it's also
Hmm.
V8, and it's supercharged. And Mercedes V8 makes proper
Hmm.
sound, not just a nice sound, but nice and loud.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. What
I
about you,
would
Thana?
say
Which one?
based on application, you would have an M4, so I would say get the other one, and also an application. What is it for? Like, the SL55, I think, like a GT cruiser, you go on a highway, you rev,
Yes, something
the sound
different.
is nice,
Something different.
But
Yeah.
the M3 is more of just like, okay, it's the handling and tuge and all that stuff, like, but you already have another BM lah, so don't
It's like
get SL.
yesterday. Yesterday,
Mm,
all of us were so mesmerized by the two E92 M3s, right? The sound they make, right?
mm,
Right.
mm,
It's the sound that attracts Aaron, I believe. And
mm,
but apart from the sound, uh, yeah, it's an older generation M3 versus your M4. Whereas the SL55 is like legit
mm,
something different. But
mm,
of course, you need to spend money to do it up,
mm.
to.
Tech,
But once you
Aaron,
do it up, it is a million
tech,
dollar car.
technically, that M3 is M4, Bobby, correct.
Because it's too long.
Exactly, correct. It's a M4, So you got an M4 back another M4, like, illogical, Aaron. So
But convertible lah. This one E93 M3 is convertible lah.
convertible,
Right?
correct, correct. But
Yeah,
still,
yeah, yeah,
it's basically an older
yeah,
M4,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, get
Mm.
the SL, bro. I'll hop into your car. Let's move on. Tiguan GLA. Mm,
I really don't like the new GLA.
mm,
I really don't like it. The new GLA looks like I don't know, man. It looks like an egg. It's like
mm.
bleh, bleh. I
Yeah,
prefer Tiguan. So
yeah.
I don't
Tiguan handles better. So there you go, nimble.
know.
Okay. Apa lagi? Oh, let's look at Porsche question. Cayman 2.7 and 7.12K. What's the question? I don't know.
Well, buy lo.
Chiang
What else?
Bailo?
Buy lo. Buy lo.
Yeah, yeah,
Buy lo. Mm,
can't go wrong.
Oh, this one will go
Um,
wrong. This one will go wrong. Okay. Uh,
But I get escape. So let me read to you those who can't see the question here. Rosmini says, "Hi Bhavitana, what do you think about buying a Bentley 2016, 206 Flying Spur for 70-ish thousand and sell it again after 2 or 3 years?" So my question is, in the 2 or 3 years, what do you intend to do with the car? Is it to be
I
driven?
think I think he's assuming that he can just buy this car and then enjoy for 2 or 3 years and then sell it back
Oh,
at this value, lah. I
mm, mm,
presume.
mm.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Rosmini, if you try and call a car dealer now, pretend you have a 2006 Bentley Flying Spur, all
Mm,
right? And then you call the car dealer and say, you look at the car dealers that sell this kind of car, lah. You don't simply call one, sell all the used Corolla and all that. Suddenly you want to throw them a Bentley, all right? So you say, hey, I have a Bentley 2006 Flying Spur. Then they ask you what's the mileage. You can just make it up, lah, like 150,000, 160,000 or whatever. What's the color? Send me a picture. You randomly send them a picture. Make sure it's from Malaysia, all right? And then see what price the dealer offer you. I would reckon the dealer would say something around maybe 45, 50 they can offer you,
mm.
right? 50 just to make you feel good. When they come over, they offer you 40, 45. So
Yep,
that
yep.
will give you an idea. I'm not sure, but I'm guessing. So that will give you an idea of once you get this car, 2 years later, you want to uh, roughly what you are looking at. And I've asked many workshops or people who deal with this kind of expensive cars before, like why the Flying Spur and the first gen GT's value. Look at that, 48,000. So we just help you save 30K already. Okay, some more 2 years newer than what you're looking at. 48K. Okay, so I ask
48K,
people,
ah?
yeah, I ask people, why are they so cheap?
Click
So
and
the
see.
answer that I get, the unanimous answer that I get from various workshops or people, straight up they tell us that, oh, after you get the car, within 6 months you would have spent more fixing the car than the price you bought the car. But assuming you found one, the previous idiot have spent this kind of money to fix the car, you are getting yourself a hell of a good deal, man.
Mm.
You
Hey,
know,
scroll down, Chiang, scroll down,
mm,
scroll down. What does it say? So,
mm.
car loan for lease or rent. Wow, that itself is, oh my god.
No, all this copy paste shit, lah, right? They don't
Yeah,
care. Lah.
model is
Copy paste.
Mercedes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway, hey, if you just like, if you want to go YOLO, right? It's like, if let's just assume you found one whereby the owner fed up with the car already, just spend 100,000, doing up the car, and then after a while, the wife is like, why are you still spending money on this car? Just sell it. I don't want to see it. Lah. And then the owner is actually quite rich. The aircon is done, everything is done. You found one like that, right? You buy for 70K. Ooh, baller, bro. You'll be enjoying the
mm,
car, right? But lah, people tell me that these
mm,
cars require a
mm.
lot of maintenance. They have too
As,
much
yeah.
maintenance.
As much as car guys say, Alama, Bentley Flying Spur, um, it's like, oh, why cheap
Hmm.
car, whatever. But if you can drive one and it drives and come to a car meet, we still say, wow, man, Bentley.
Exactly. You have like what 500-600 horsepower under your bonnet. Hey, Bentleys
Mm,
they handle well. They are not like Rolls Royce, like a boat like that. Bentleys
mm,
all handle similar to Panameras. I mean, not as nimble as the Panamera, but their footing is proper on Bentleys. Bentley used to be the sports division of Rolls Royce,
mm.
so they're proper stuff. Okay.
Okay, I won't buy one anyway.
Uh,
No worry. Never know. Suddenly Tata comes to the Bentley. Bobby, Bentley. Bobby said,
okay. Quick one, 428 Grand Coupe, buy. Just buy, no
mm,
issue. Buy. Hmm. Okay, what other question? Well, we have a lot of questions. Hey, Chiang, if you can, after we answer you untick the star.
Mm.
I think you are doing that already. Okay. Uh, okay, this one. Wow, we were quite late. Let's speed it through. 330i or IS300T. Oh, new IS300T. Oh, please get the IS.
Mm.
Please get the IS. What are your thoughts, Tana? I would say
Yeah, I
get the
mean,
IS.
your
It's
it's
rare.
your third car. It's a third car, like I'm assuming your first two cars are quite nice cars
Yeah,
already. The 3OE
yeah,
is quite boring, lah. Compared to the other two cars, lah. This is your third
yeah,
car,
yeah,
So I can already imagine what car you have already. So can you imagine, Bobby?
yeah.
Yeah,
So 330i is like everywhere already, right? I mean, they're
everywhere
nice.
already.
You can buy one
Yeah,
anytime, but
yeah.
but now is the now is the right time, nice time to buy a Lexus IS300T, and then
Mm,
everybody will be like, "Wait, I've never seen this before," and
mm,
you will feel a little bit more smart when you're driving it, something different than the others. And apparently, Lexus seems to have put a lot of its handling department, so
mm.
you should enjoy the car, I believe. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
We spoke about the 350Z last time around. I think Ruma Undervalue asked the question: is a good buy despite the
Yeah,
low tech?
yeah. 40, 50K, very good buy.
Like why? How can you get like that kind of JDM looking car for that kind of pricing,
Yeah,
lah? So
yeah. The thing is this: if this car has a worldwide following, and then the used car value now is 250,000, then the road tax is not expensive,
yep.
even though it's still the same price, right?
Mm,
But it's because the used car value is so low now, so it makes the road tax expensive. But what you save on buying the car, you put up with paying more road tax lah. NA
mm.
cars, big engine NA cars, oh, that kind of response, lovely. Okay,
Okay.
okay.
A question from PK21. Bobby, since you're a well-known Volvo user, S60 or 3 Series or Mercedes C-Class of the three? Hmm.
Uh, Malaysia S60, you only get a T8, so you get a
Mm.
lot more power push, and I think it looks the best amongst all three. The new C-Class is hideous. I took a picture of one yesterday. The day I was following one, right? My wife
Mm.
is like, "Oh, why does it look like a normal C segment Japanese car?" She was saying this. From the rear,
Mm.
we look at the car. Ayo,
Abang
what's it?
Kon. Hi,
Hey,
hi Kon.
Hey,
hi, hi,
Aban
hi.
Khan.
Hey, evening, guys.
So out
What's
of
your
these
what's your
three,
take?
What?
I mean, I will go with the BMW. But
Oh,
look at the C class, the new C class. My
Yeah.
God,
Mm.
my God. Anyway,
I guess if
uh,
the question was if it was a wait, where are we?
yeah.
Okay, if the question was from a point of view of looks, Volvo 3 Series and Mercedes, if they all were non-hybrid, answer's different. But then if you say if it's all hybrid and a hybrid variant of a 3 Series and a hybrid version of C class, it's different.
Then I'll get a Volvo.
Um,
Then I'll get a
exactly. So
Volvo.
if
hmm.
yeah, so if you're forced to compare like for like hybrid, yeah, my answer is also Volvo. I follow you, Bobby. But if you
Actually,
can
if you
get
ask me which interior I prefer, it's also the Volvo. Which
yeah,
infotainment I prefer, it's also the Volvo.
hmm?
Uh,
But the Volvo is bigger,
which
isn't it? It's actually bigger than the 3 Series. If you think about it.
no.
Okay, the new one, no, the new one, no. The current you're right. The G20 is big.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's no
G20,
longer
yes.
bigger. They are very very
Mm,
Mm.
comparable.
mm.
Then if you ask me which one has better seats is the Volvo. Which one is more comfortable is the Volvo. Long term usage in terms of like how how you ease into the car and all that. To me, all this, in my
Do
opinion,
you
is the
do you
Volvo lah.
do you think the Volvo in Malaysia would have done better than X60 if they had offered a hybrid version and a non-hybrid version? It had two variants sold in Malaysia. Do you think they were sold
Hmm.
better?
Actually,
It's
Mm,
not a forced to buy
no,
hybrid, no option.
no. I think the owners are different from Mercedes and BMW owners. Generally, people
Mm,
who buy Volvo, right, they have already tried BMW and Mercedes.
mm,
They are actually half a generation older on average. And they know the selling point of 3 Series. Wow, rear-wheel drive, but they are already an experienced premium car buyer. They know they don't do Ivan Kong shit. They won't bring their car to slide around. They're not enticed by it. They just want a car that is comfortable daily, safe, suits their back and all that. So then they go with the Volvo, and they don't want to be associated with 3 Series with loud exhaust, like that. So that's the kind of crowd, I would say. So yeah, for me, 95% of your usage, I would prefer the Volvo, but
yeah.
we just came back from Ivan Kong shit and we love it. So if it's your only car, your 3 Series, then you can attend, or your C class you can attend. The Volvo cannot.
My only qualm about the Volvo X60 is it's not a 5-seater. It's not a 5-seater. It's like a 4-seater because of the center tunnel in the back. The tunnel is quite high, and then
Yeah.
the center armrest, the stuff you put in the center armrest is also limited. Very less compartments to keep stuff in. So
Yes.
those two things kind of put me, because I was very close buying an X60 actually. I was very close. Then I was like, oh, this
Became a deal breaker, right?
like,
Those two are deal breakers, right?
for me, deal breaker. With the kids, I got 3 kids, and the 3
Yeah,
kids
yeah,
sitting behind was a deal breaker.
yeah.
That's the only reason why I can't buy the X60.
This
Yeah,
used to be a problem with the 3 Series because rear wheel drive. You have the big center tunnel for the prop shaft.
Yeah.
But now currently the 3 Series, right, is so spacious inside.
Yes.
So yeah, it's actually a better the 3 Series now in terms of interior space, it is better than the Volvo.
Yes. What I was a bit actually felt let down is that Volvo, because they are so small, right? They spend so much money in developing their SPA platform, CMA platform all these years, right? They never had the funds or the speed to amortize their investment fast enough so that they can launch facelift or new infotainment system or new things. It takes them longer because they are a far smaller company than what BMW and Mercedes are. So no choice. At first, they were ahead of everybody. They catch up and sprung further. They are still stuck there with their 2014-15 looking dashboard. So they were still stuck with that. 8 years on. Yeah.
But still, it's that timeless. Still, I think they are top notch.
In terms of
That's
using it,
that's the amazing part. Yeah.
and out of record, they have the more lower chance of fuck ups when it comes to their plug-in hybrids compared to the other two. All right.
This is quite interesting from Chris. He's looking at 2 listings on Carousel. First and foremost, I didn't know there was a market in Carousel buying and selling cars. My friend said, like, yeah, really, there's a whole different market. The prices at Carousel are different than Muda and Carlos apparently. So yeah. So looking at an E92 32i and an E93 325i. The 92, the coupe is fixed up, immaculate, exact rim he wanted, but the drop top needs a bit of trim parts. So
okay, very easy. You want a drop top, right? Then you get a drop top because it's very hard to find a drop top. Rims are nothing. Rims are, you can change them anytime.
Correct.
Even if your car comes with the exact rims that you want, that is so rare that you cannot find, doesn't guarantee next week you wouldn't crack your rims and then you have to change them, right? But in terms of trim parts, Con has something exciting to announce. You can go to Con now. Con can 3D print parts for you. All right, go look on Con. So Con is moving into the business of providing solutions to people who cannot find parts. And he will try his best to give you the 3D printed parts.
Drop us a line. At Evo Club Car Wash Facebook. It depends on the size of the part, right? So big parts, it is very costly to 3D print, but we have the means to help you. Sort the rough way to say is to tampal balik the using 3D printing methodology to tampal balik and fix broken parts that are big. But
Yeah.
small parts, yes, we can
Yeah.
3D print them. And suffice to say, I'm working together with a partner who has access to automotive grade 3D printing. Yeah.
I just say that
So
it's BMW grade.
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
BMW grade. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We are actually doing something for an E60 that is in the shop right now. So I think this week or next week I'll be picking up the parts, and I can show you in an upcoming video.
Mm.
Mm,
Mm.
mm.
Now the other thing is about this option he gave this. I mean, if the engine was a 335 E92 versus the other way around, I'm like maybe. But even the engine option is there. You
Oh
gotta
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, E93 335 against the 320i. Come on, like guys, it's
Three to
clear
five
what you want
all day
all
long, lah.
day,
Three to five
lah,
all day long,
all
Yeah.
day,
all day
all day
long.
lah.
The 335i.
Yeah, yeah. I would
Yeah,
go for
so-
335i actually, like yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
And as Bobby said, if it is the drop top that you want, right? The whatever things that you see is attractive here in the coupe, not the deal, not a big deal. Not a
Exactly.
big deal.
Exactly. You cannot mod your coupe to a drop top, right? But you can change the
Correct.
rim of the drop top. You can fix your trim.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Correct.
So get the one that you wanted. Okay.
And BW also makes quite a lot of trim. If it's only about money lah, you can always buy trim parts for BM lah. So it's not
Correct.
like
Correct.
it's a money issue lah, but you can always buy lah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Next one. Subaru XV. Good to buy. I love it. I love the XV.
Yes.
Okay lah.
Yeah.
Buy lah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Next one.
Would you like a Volvo V60 or Arteon for the family?
Wow, this is a interesting dilemma.
What is a
It's
family?
very hard to fight the Arteon, to be honest.
Correct.
Very, very hard to fight the Arteon. Even though on paper the Volvo is rated higher horsepower, but once your battery runs out, the Arteon is a faster car. Arteon also 4-wheel drive. Arteon has more space than the Volvo. Arteon has a better interior compartment and all that than the Volvo. It also looks sharper than the Volvo. You just don't get the hybrid part, no? The experience of using the car as a hybrid. No?
Yeah.
And, but the V60 is so handsome. So
Oh
handsome.
yes. Yes.
So handsome. This is
Hence why I
this
say
one-
it's
yeah. We can't help you lah. We can't help you lah. Both attend Ivan Kong shit, right? Both
Yes.
cars also cannot attend. But both are so attractive as a proposition.
yes. Yes. Yes.
So you just have to go and test drive, ask your wife, ask your mother-in-law, ask your
Yeah.
father-in-law, ask everybody, and then make a decision, because both are great cars. So I don't know how to help you select one.
V60 of course has the advantage of a better safety package than the Arteon.
I would define it to say, like, what when you say a family, what is a family lah? Because do you have pets to carry around in your pet luggage carrier, or then maybe the V60 is a better option. So all those things. Do you actually go biking? If you go biking, then maybe what I call V60 is a better option to put your bikes in there.
Yes.
So for that purposes, the V60 kind of wins. But if purely, if you and your wife and one kid, a young kid, I mean, I'll go for the Arteon lah.
Yeah.
I think the Arteon, right, when you open the hatch, right, you put
That's
down
big.
the rear seat, right, it's easier to load the bike than the Volvo.
True.
The Volvo
True.
wagon, right? Don't forget, it's not the size of A6 5 Series wagon. It's 3 Series wagons,
Yes.
and it doesn't have the height for you to load the bicycle directly.
The loading aperture is smaller, right?
Yes. The opening is smaller than the Arteon. The Arteon's opening is way larger. So
Because it's like
it's a hatch.
it's a hatchback lah. Yeah.
Yes.
So define what is family, what is your usability purpose. I always say that don't buy a car because the car is good. buy a car because what you can do with the car. You know?
I mean both. That's why that's the thing. Both are so equally matched in terms of
Yes.
what they are. You know, amazing cars are both. So
Con,
I
you like
can't
that?
help
Con?
you.
You like that statement?
Yes, yes, that's such
Yeah.
a good
Yeah.
statement to live by.
We can
Yeah.
only do a quick one, no? Like Thana, which one would you take?
Arteon.
Arteon,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Con, eh?
I'll go Arteon also. I'll go Arteon.
Arteon also. I prefer
Okay.
the design of the Volvo.
Yeah, of
Inside
course.
out. It's a wagon, but very hard to beat the
Actually,
Arteon's packaging
actually,
and pricing.
even as a non-wagon guy, right, the
Yeah.
V60 is very, very attractive. Even as someone
Mm,
I'm not a fan of wagons, the V60 is very, very attractive.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So question, Bobby B. Cars under Evo Club warranty. Can a Singapore car be allowed to claim here if you are Singapore car, come here, register here, claim warranty?
Interesting,
Hmm.
we've never.
Interesting, huh?
I'm
Never thought about it.
I'm sorry. Because our extended warranty, right, is actually backed by RHB, a local bank.
Ah.
So I do not think that I don't
Mm.
think it's applicable. But Chiang, take note. Chiang send a text to
Let's raise
Brian.
this with our partners. Yeah.
Ask Brian to ask, but I don't think because it's a local insurance company. You know, Malaysian insurance companies are under Bank Negara and all that.
Suddenly, the banks in Singapore will say, "Hey, you, all my business you'll take me to Malaysia."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. This one interesting. I not said any. I love the C43.
Yeah.
My what I remember. I love the C43. So yeah. What what else? Oh, he wanted to buy RS4. Then buy RS4, bro. It's so rare.
Yeah,
Your
lor.
next week, yeah. But M4 is M4 lah. M4 is sporty, you know, gila and all that. But
Yeah.
uh, RS4
Yeah.
wagon, so nice, so rare. You see one, you're like, oh, you know. And out of these three, RS most of the time has the strongest resale value
Oh yes. Yeah.
compared to M and AMG. All right.
Mm.
Okay. Um, quick one. You got any question that you all wanna ask on?
A lot of questions. Shall we do some rapid fire? Okay.
Oh, rapid fire lah.
Anintala,
Rapid fire comes.
Anintala, question. I-40 selling 50K,
Bye.
modern. Okay,
Yes.
bye.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Next one.
I-40 bye.
Bobby
Mm.
Tana, thinking about the Merc B200
Okay.
W246 misses, ample space for kids and reasonable price for food feminine. Can you guys give insight into the model?
Help us, what year, what price?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Okay.
have to. Yeah. Just follow up. What year? What price?
Next
Yeah,
one,
you have to let
HD
us know.
CX30 exterior, but interior is worth the price. HRV Corolla price is just so attractive in terms of so he loves the 630, but he said the price of the HRV is HRV is a great package like so can't
So
deny
nice,
Yeah.
that.
right? The Travis is so
Mm-hmm,
nice.
Nice
mm-hmm.
package.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
A5 TFSI 2010 or Sirocco 2.0 TFSI 2010. Ooh, interesting choice, huh?
Wow.
I the
I prefer
2.0 is
A5.
a non quattro Bobby.
No, the Quattro. 2 liter is Quattro.
Quattro is it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
2 liter is Quattro.
Most of the A5s in Malaysia would be quattro one.
Yeah, 2 liter is Quattro.
If
Yeah.
it's a quattro, then
1.8
A5
is
is fine.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
it's
Okay.
there
Quattro.
will be some. There are probably
There
some
are
detail
I've
that
seen
are
2.0
not
non quattro
quattro.
in Malaysia. Yeah, but
Yeah,
But
but very
just
rare.
go for
Most
the
of them are
quattro. Just go for
Quattro.
the quattro. Yeah.
Mm.
quattro,
Yeah,
quattro. Well,
yeah.
go for it, man. Ooh, nice. Cheaper.
A5 is such a beauty, you know. This car is so underrated. It is such
Mm-hmm.
a beautiful car. It is such a beautiful car.
The best
You think about it,
sound
Tana.
is
Those people who buy the Alpha, you know, the one with the double, no, the Alpha GT lah. Basically, the Alpha Romeo GT lah. you know,
Mm,
with a 2.2 JTS or Celeste speed and all that.
mm.
That car's market value is 60K. Right? This one is like 40, 50. Beautiful, beautiful.
And this is a lot less temperamental to maintain.
I don't know about
The
that,
known
but
problem, the known
yeah,
problem is
I mean
the 2 liter
the
engine,
the
the oil consumption
I
issue. Lah.
if you walk into any VG mechanic shop, I think even like premium passage
Mm,
I noticed that
yeah.
there are more A5s on the lift stand getting an engine rebuild than any other cars. I don't know why.
Mm.
Maybe the mentality, the drivers like get into A5 like they're like wow, lenchan the car, But said that I know of a lot of the A5s have been rebuilt engines lah, so it's also quite a good thing lah.
No,
So
it's the piston ring lah. The piston ring
so ring that
seal that
that
they need to get that
yeah,
done. It's done.
very
I
very
mean,
good comment.
Sirocco has the same problem. Sirocco 2010 has the same problem. So
Quite
out of
same
these two, the
similar.
Sirocco actually has a sportier drive. You know,
Mm.
it's a hot hatch. It's more nimble. It's more exciting to drive. So it's just that my personal choice is the A5 because it's prettier. You know, it's a GT car. But the Sirocco is also a very, very good car. So it depends on which one. I mean, Thana, which one would you prefer?
I'm Audi guy lah,
The guy,
bro.
okay.
Yeah.
Con, you prefer
Handles
both?
better.
A5 for me also.
Oh, if I okay.
Yeah.
The Sirocco is sharper. It's a sharper drive. All right. It's a more
Mm.
exciting car, but it's not as pretty as the A5. I think A5 you park in front of the hotel, you still look good on it.
Like you say in a Sirocco, you feel like okay, I'm in a VW. But if you look at the back, oh, I'm in a this one like no, but in front like oh, it's like normal VW, like, no. But the Audi
Uh,
A5, the whole cockpit, the way it lights up, the screen, the display, the meter,
yeah,
the feel of the steering, the leather you have, the seat leather, you get in there, everything about the Audi is beautiful. So
yeah.
get
It's still
Audi,
nice.
bro.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
still nice.
Come. Rapid fire.
Okay. Okay, again. 2017
They
to
never
Focus 1.0 EcoBoost, yeah or nay?
they never
Nay.
sold this in Malaysia, so this must be an overseas one.
Yeah, but yeah,
No lah.
I don't recommend this. Yeah, any reliability
Yeah.
issue, 100% you face it.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, don't buy. Don't sabotage your wife. Yeah,
Hi, Babitana.
yeah.
Between 6 to or very wide, 70K,
Wow,
what
you
cars
Ui.
can cut
you
any?
need to
Let's
Wow.
skip
narrow
this.
some
Skip this. Skip
criteria
this.
down
Sorry,
for it.
sorry. We have to
Sorry.
skip questions like that because it's too wide.
Give us a
Yeah, we can't help you with
criteria.
that.
Okay.
Give us some.
Almost brand new,
Wow.
Sport or an older first gen Toyota 86.
Wow, this one really difficult.
Well,
Rapid
I'll go
answer.
86.
86.
86.
86.
End of the
Yeah.
day, it's an 86. End of the
Yeah.
day.
No. End of the day, right? I can bring the 86 to Ivan Kong and attend class.
There's
Yeah,
something very magical about
yeah.
it's a cheap man, it's a poor man Porsche. Some people call it. So there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Okay. Come.
Okay. Leroy, quick one. Advice: 214 F10 528i or F30 328i. So this will be probably the same era, same generation, same engine.
No, I
Platform.
prefer F10.
You like 5 series or 3 series, but I'd say
Yeah,
for the
lor,
same price, get a
different.
get,
I'm a 5 series
get a,
guy.
five-
Yeah,
yeah.
five.
Yeah. For me, it's
Yeah.
5 series also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Apa lagi? So Marquee says 213 Tiguan 2.0 motion or 213 X1 X Drive, either diesel or petrol. Can't afford estate yet, as they are closing to one to take one for track day as well. So it's a track purpose car.
Then X1.
Hmm.
X1 2013 is the E90 generation platform X1, right?
Oh,
Is it?
yes.
Is it? I'm not sure.
Yes, it's the long engine one. Yes.
2013.
Yes.
What year they stopped
Then
and
you
when
get
did
the
the
X1.
version? 15, isn't it? Yeah.
So the 2013 X1, right, is actually a E90 wagon jacked up.
Yeah. Correct.
It's
Yes.
an E90
Yes.
platform. So it drives like
Yes.
an E90. The engines are placed longitudinal, and there are rear-wheel drive. On S drive is rear-wheel drive.
Yes.
Don't buy the X drive. There's no reason to buy X drive for the X1 because it's so low. you can buy the S drive, which is the rear-wheel drive version, and you have plenty fun with this car. Actually, this car is damn nice. We should consider this, right?
Hey, right? The funny thing is this, the petrol and the diesel have different steering systems. The diesel has hydraulic, the petrol is electric power steering. The diesel steering
Say again.
exactly
The
like
diesel.
E90, super heavy one.
Say con. The diesel is electric.
Hydraulic power steering.
Oh.
It's super heavy one. At low speeds, at low speeds, parking speeds, right, it's actually quite unwieldy.
I remember how tired my hands are when I test drive the E90.
Yeah.
I remember the interior of the diesel was a more premium interior, isn't it? Like a brown interior.
Oh yeah. But
actually, this car really not bad as a used car. You buy the S drive.
Yeah.
But the 20i is 2-liter NA right?
No.
But you buy the
20i is turbo already. It's the N20 engine already.
Is it?
Yes. The one you want to avoid is the 18i. The 18i uses the E9320i engine. That's the one.
Okay.
You don't have the grunt, but the 20i is the 2-liter turbo.
Hey, this is a used car.
Yeah.
Still available for loan, 50,000 only.
Yes.
And it's based on E90. And you have a rear-wheel drive pseudo SUV.
Yeah.
It's fun. And it's a wagon.
At the end of the day, it's still a BMW.
Yes. It's a wagon. I mean, if it is a tall riding X3, then you cannot. Ivan Kong will be like, "Hey, bro, you go home lah. Don't like that way, right?" But you come in an X1, you can perfectly have fun with.
Yes.
Hey, this is a very good proposition for anyone watching this. If this falls into your budget, just think about it. Right?
Yeah.
Proper stuff.
Yeah.
And if you look around, there are some premium leather interior ones which are very nice.
Yeah. Chiang, you still want your Ford Fiesta, Chiang?
I thought Chiang now want E36 already.
E36 lah. E36.
Yeah. This one also can attend Ivan Kong session.
Hey, this one, this one can consider.
Yeah. And then you get a diesel, and then 40,000. Okay, what? Oh, okay. Come, next one. Hey, this is a very good proposition.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so back to our questions.
Very BMW, because Mercs have higher value, so 100K you're buying an older Merc, whereas you can buy a newer BMW. 100K you can get what? Can get 335i or not? F30.
No, cannot. 335. If let's say F30 F30 335, you're looking at about 120 or 110 if anybody is selling at all.
Yeah, around there. Or a 328i you can get.
328 can. 328 you can get 2014. But if you're looking at a C-Class 2014, best you can get probably is a C200 at that same budget. So it's not as worth it lah.
Yeah. Okay.
I just want to highlight this one. Every week we seem to get a question comparing M340i against CLA 45.
Definitely the 45 consumes way more fuel than the M340i.
Yes.
It's like the AMG 45. I mean, come on, you're buying AMG 45S, you ask fuel consumption. Hello. That car uses fuel to cool down its engine.
Yeah.
Fuel to cool down its engine.
Correct. It has to.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But it sounds brilliant.
Yeah. Okay. Come. Let's speed up.
Okay, let's speed up.
Okay.
Bye.
Altezza, bye.
Okay. Bye.
My V, Darren, Leong, my V. Okay. Sorry, you were clicking which one? You guys, sorry.
Great. So let's pick the quick questions first. Okay. Okay, he sold his G20 330i due to commitments. Once again, a new car for under 200k. A new car for 200k.
Buy one.
Buy, no issue. Yeah,
Oh, but one thing, the CX-5 Turbo,
yeah.
if you enjoy the performance of the turbo, let's put it that way, on the highways, it drinks quite fuel quite rapidly,
Yeah.
If
Of
you,
course.
yeah.
Okay, F30 or G20. Once a 330i, once a I'll go for the new platform lah. If you can afford,
Yeah,
go for the
yeah,
new
I'll go
platform.
for the
It's
G20
better.
also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even the
Uh,
same engine, I noticed that it's more refined in the newer generation.
Of course,
It's my personal
because the
preference.
G20 would definitely have incorporated the improvements already.
yeah.
Bobby?
For just now, that guy, right? He said he sold his G20 because of commitment issue. Then he looking for a 200k car, right? I'm now looking at a 200k Volvo V90, 2-liter turbo V90 T5, the Volvo big wagon.
Oh,
Oh yes.
oh,
Oh, I will get that over a CX-5 turbo.
oh,
Eh?
yes,
Yeah, the
yes,
V90.
fantastic choice,
Yeah,
fantastic choice.
beautiful car.
Wow.
All right,
Oh, yes.
and to me
Hi.
this is proper usable. It's more spacious than my RS6, and it's
How come the
it's
guy same picture but one is S90, one V90?
don't know, it's a
Okay, I
V90,
see.
right? Yeah,
Wait and see.
yeah, the V90 more than
S,
yeah.
it looks like V90 lah. V90 lah, V90.
It's,
You see the
it's
back.
a V90. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
V90. Yeah,
V90. The back can see what. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
It's a
Okay.
fantastic car. It's a fantastic
Yeah.
car. All right, and
Mm.
it's proper size. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Anyway, and the seats. Oh my
Yeah.
god, the seats. Hmm. Wow, Chiang, you don't simply star. People ask those questions. Like stupid. Give us 2 price point. Ask us to fill up with cars when you don't star out that question. I tell you, what the hell? That kind of question also you star. How lah? Ask us choose
So
rim for them. Hey,
yeah.
ganin eh.
So so
Yeah.
like Aaron, you asked the question of
Mm.
same year, 3 series or 5 series. It's a preference lah. 3 series, 5 series lah. Yes, it's
Preference,
the same.
preference.
Yeah,
But
preference
go
lah.
for the
Okay.
5. Go for the 5.
Yep. Same here.
Mm.
Okay. Small SUV, buying a small SUV, small SUV with good safety features, across 630, HRV, Subaru XV. Safety feature wise, I think they're all about there.
They're
XV has
all
got the
there.
eyesight. Um,
Yeah.
Corolla Cross has got the whole lane departure warning system and
Mm.
anti-collision and all that stuff. Mazda is not so advanced, I believe. HRV is quite up there.
I think the
Um,
CF30 also full safety
Yep.
feature, right? Con, I remember.
Yes. Yes.
it doesn't have your that
Lane keep,
camera that
yes.
detects lane keep assist has
Yeah.
um
Adaptive cruise control. I think it has as well.
collision warning.
I think it all comes together, and once you have the
Yeah.
system,
It's
yeah,
all
Mm.
they all put this in is all a package really when they don't say it like
yeah,
Okay.
they all have it already.
you know,
Yeah, they all have it already.
it's all
So
or nothing.
yeah. But I mean, they are all major global manufacturers, lah.
Mm.
But
Mm.
I don't know, man. You have to go and do your own research in terms of safety feature, because this is like brochure, right? You look through the brochure, see what
Yeah.
features you get.
Mm.
Right? So
To me, the whole pilot assist with the Corollas, I'm not a fan of. I don't think it's usable like the
yeah,
Volvos. Um,
yeah.
for me, the biggest thing is like lane departure warning. Sometimes yes, it works, but more often than not, you'll off it. I think you'll off it,
Mm,
lah.
mm.
The only safety feature that I think that all cars should have is anti-collision warning and
Yeah.
braking.
Mm. Yes.
Those are,
Yes.
To
those
me,
two,
yeah,
yeah, those two,
lane
like,
keep
and I
assist.
think
And,
Subaru does a very good job. Lane keep
oh,
assist on Corolla is a bit tricky.
do you guys
It's
know that
very, mm,
Subaru came out with auto braking earlier than everybody else? They came
Wow.
out in 2003.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that
Subaru
was
system does
that
not.
was before everybody using the radar. Subaru uses two camera
Correct.
to see things in a 3D manner.
Correct.
Crazy, man.
Subaru system
That's
does
why they
not
call
use
it
radar.
eyesight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eyesight
yeah.
lah.
Well,
To
it's
eyes
really
lah.
based on the principle of your eyes, of our human eyes.
Yeah. Anyway, okay.
Anyway, okay. Apa lagi soalan? Oh, no more left. Only 3 left. Okay.
This one, no?
Let's start lah. Okay.
Whoa.
It's a
Turbo S.
it's a Porsche.
Yeah, no, I mean, Macan Turbo. You really want Turbo S? 3.6 turbo. To be honest,
That's
I
a big-
don't like the pre-facelift 3.6 turbo engine's response. I don't see a point. It's not a very revvy engine. I mean, instead of going all out turbo S.
no, sorry.
Pre-facelift.
Okay. He just amended. Sorry, it's the Macan
Oh,
S.
Macan S. Then okay lah, buy lah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Buy. The 3-liter turbo is okay. Buy. Yeah. Nice car.
Con, this
Not
is maybe
sure.
for you.
Not sure if it's an upgrade. Yeah.
Would you buy a E30 318 as your first car?
Not the M10 lah. Go for one with the M40 engine. That will be Thomas's one. M10 is the pre-facelift and has the body is the rust problem in the E30 requires quite a bit of dedication to address. Let me warn you that, and I'm warning you from experience.
The pre 90s lah, right?
Even if you get a final batch E30 or so, the rusting can be very severe one. So you need to be ready to have. Yeah, you must have that mental fortitude ready to deal with that.
Yeah, and if it's your first car, it's your only car, your car gonna be in the workshop a lot of time, and it's gonna use up a lot of money. Provided you're very rich, right? If you're very rich, then okay.
Yeah. The money you buy a E30, you can buy a E36 with no issue, and you can drive it. Cheap car, you know.
The cash outflow of running an E30, I mean, don't run it like a crap can like a pipe crack right? You want to do it up nicely, right? The cash flow, you can pay installment for F30 way.
Yes.
I'd rather be paying installment for F30.
Yeah. I don't want to get into that the whole rust bucket issue. You know? So of all the things that I do myself, rust is one thing that I cannot handle. I cannot go into that realm of.
I'm telling you, I am dealing with that now. It's no joke. It really is no joke.
Like Thomas spent 60,000 on his 318i. 60,000 guys.
Yeah.
And the Alpha Sat and the Alpha Sat is horrible, Bobby. So much of rust. They are chipping away and fixing it.
Yeah. He bought a pile of rust in the form of a car.
You know the best part. I was looking when did I see the car in the shop, you know, and I just touched it and it broke and fall off. And then he was saying that someone saw the car and said, "Hey, this is considered a good condition for this car," you know. So that amount of rust was considered good condition for the Alpha Sat. So there you go. Mercedes hybrid versus BM hybrid as a plug-in hybrid.
Don't touch Mercedes hybrid. Don't touch.
Yeah,
that actually leads us to this question also. Why is the C350 selling cheap? Is there a catch?
Yes, there is a catch. Okay?
They
they break down. Okay.
The air suspension also is known to fail quite.
Yeah. This one, buy the 330i. Okay, good choice. Come, let's speed up.
X6M.
Mentioned buy. CX30 score higher than NCAP than Volvo. He was mentioning, and then he got a question that we missed out just now. last time I would answer. Okay, I always mention that the Camry gets very close to the Mazda 6. So after I drive another round of Camry, I look at the interior fit and finish. I would go for the Mazda 6. Okay. Their new leather seat. I don't know what's wrong with it.
The Mazda 6 is still a more alluring
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
I actually I have nowadays I'm more partial to the TNGA platforms handling, but yeah. As a overall package, the Mazda is more alluring.
I mean, the Camry is nice. The Camry drives really well, but the Mazda also drives really well. The Camry just got close to Mazda, you know. So yeah.
Wow, you're really buying this,
I vote
Can I
for
be a
M3
friend?
Touring.
I would
And-
M3.
I vote for M3 Touring because the Taycan GTS Sport Turismo is Taycan with a larger battery and then with marketing badges behind.
Yeah.
Can you buy MT Touring and can I be your friend?
Yeah. Can we be your friend? And then you buy the M3
Yes,
Touring.
Yes, please.
Yeah. The other day, one of our fans told us he had the Taycan for 1 year. He's selling it because once you got used to the, then he says it's boring.
Yeah.
You got used to the woo already. Then there's nothing already. Okay.
I think I drove the Taycan for a day plus and same thing I just tell it's fast, but no lah.
Fast law. And it's a
Fast
smaller
lor.
car than the 3 Series now. It's a smaller car inside. It's very tight inside. Very tight.
It's very impressive, but yeah.
Yeah, very good looking, and all that. Oh, look at this. Oh my god. Knees weak. Come.
Okay. This is new SUV for 150K. What would you pick?
Wow.
Not considering Subaru as
Subaru. There's no 4S in my area. 150K. 150K cannot get Tiguan, right? Tiguan is how much? Then CX5 or CX5?
I think the
CX4,
1.4 can get out of Tiguan.
Oh, CX5 can get out.
Yeah, CX5 can't go wrong with CX5.
You can't go wrong with CX5.
Okay. Question a bit different than usual. NGV systems. Any experience from Gen Z? What do you think about? I always thought about
no point.
Driving it, but the hassle of you going there, queuing up, pumping, and come back.
The queue.
Oh my god.
Only Petronas has it.
Yeah.
Go to the morning to pump. What for?
Correct.
Okay, up lagi. Let's see. Oh, Bobby, question. On the carpets. Where is the place that Bobby does his carpet on a 640i? I want to go and make my Malaysian supercar fancy a bit. There might be. What carpet are you using now?
If you're talking about my lamb's wool carpet, you have to go to Auto Detailer now. Look for Darren. If you're talking about my Enzo Carmet, you just go Enzo Carmet website. So I have because my wife, when she drives, she will remove her shoes, right? So if I buy those carpet with a lot of hard points, it's gonna leave a mark on her heels. It's very uncomfortable for her. So I have all my cars have the lamb's wool, very thick carpet. So it's very comfortable for your feet when she takes off her shoe. But those carpet, when you step on mud and all that, right? You don't want to dirty them, right? So I also have a set of Enzo on all my cars, where I just put on top when I know I go those places. So So when I bought it, I went all the way to China. A lot of manual talking with them. It's not like a proper buying process. Select your car model and then it's, hey, you do this? Can you do this? a lot of ding donging going around, and then after that, I passed and then Darren was interested in this solution to his customers. So I passed the contact to Darren's colleague, which is Kenji, because he can read and write Chinese. He can communicate with China people, and maybe they have established something. So you go to Auto Detailer and talk to Darren on that. Okay. Yeah, it's not available here. You cannot find it here. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? Okay, so now it's time for Dude, Where's My Car?
Oh, we have?
Yeah, look at Jiang's face. Look at Jiang's face. Look at Jiang's face.
Didn't prepare. Didn't prepare.
But he gave an excuse. The excuse was Thomas wasn't here.
Yeah.
That's his excuse he gave lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's pick some questions before that. I see a few more here.
I saw
What
one.
boy says
Uh,
Monday night watching Tilang Chai talking about car shock. Yes, please share our chat. So
Yes.
it's shock for others too.
yeah.
Love the
All right.
So Kevin Ma says love the video you did with Bobby with the Vios and Yaris. I
Mm.
never regret buying the Vios. Oh, nice. Okay. That is to you.
You know, Thana, our Genting run, right? Morning Genting run. There's one red color Yaris.
Yep.
He's a regular. He's a regular. He is freaking fast, bro. Every Saturday morning, right? Every time, because I always leave the petrol station later, right? So that later on the hills I can catch up with everybody, man. You know, I can like overtake one by one, right? So it's like every time I see the Yaris, when I finally catch up and I see the Yaris, right, before I overtake, he's always right behind either a Porsche or something inside. Yeah, the guy is fast. He just you know, full throttle all the way.
Some guys, they are just natural. They have the natural pace.
Yeah. Okay. A45. Yes, it's good. Yes, they are comfortable and
He's saying
really
A35.
nice. A35, yeah. Okay, well, they're comfortable. The new ones.
But actually, if you can stretch for the A45 is just a better for.
Mercedes is very smart, bro. Right? They pace out the pricing really well.
Pricing.
It's like, but 100K more, right? It's like
no, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
You forget 80% of the feel is enough lah. 10-year-old car, BM or Mercedes Roadster. If you are comparing the two. Interesting, yeah.
This is too, but then again, it's also too wide.
Z4 and SLK, though, right?
Yeah.
To me, it's Z4. Okay, this one I want to answer. 991.1 now is the perfect time to buy. It is at its lowest. Okay, and a lot of them, even though at this price point currently, you still can get loan. So it's the perfect time to buy now. Whether they will go up or not, I'm not sure, because Porsche is regurgitating cars like nobody's business. So, but it's a very easy way to look at price point. You look at how much is the 992 now. It's so untouchable, right? A regular Carrera S is like 1.2 easily. And then you look at 991 pricing, and then you look at 997 pricing came back up. So now 991, if you found one that you can take a loan like this one, 2013, 395,000, you better jump on it now. If I'm Thana, I would immediately withdraw 100K and go and buy it. Because it will not go down even after it's not applicable for loan. It will just stay there. And this one facelifted to 0.2 tail lamps. He facelifted to 0.2 tail lamps. And still available for loan. 395. Yeah. There are people who pay 400K for Boxsters now. And you got yourself a 911. Right? With PDK and all that. Now is the perfect time to buy. You cannot, you miss this window of opportunity, right? Then you have to fetch out cash. 400K cash to buy the car. All right. So Thana, now is the last time. Yeah, because Thana, at the back of your head, you know you won't lose a single cent, and you still
Yeah,
get
but
loan.
I don't like the 991.
The one that you want is which one? 997.
997. I just like the 997. So
Hmm.
I find that 991 for me, the thing is, I find it too big. I like smaller cars now, like now, and I find it too big, too
No lah, you go
comfortable.
and drive
It's
it a
just
few rounds, you will like it one. You will like it. Your wife will also, because you
oh,
get a
your wife will love
997,
991. Yeah, wife will love 991
huh?
definitely.
Yeah.
Yes,
I will pick
because
991. Correct.
because
Obviously.
there is a distinct difference between a purely enthusiast car and one that
Yes.
carries a bit of luxury in it, right? There's
Mm.
nothing
Hmm.
luxurious
Oh
about
yeah.
a
Oh yeah.
997,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right?
Nothing. Correct.
Plastics everywhere, you know.
Plastics
But the
and just
991,
cheap.
991 proper
Yeah.
switch gear,
991
you know.
has luxury in it. Like, I agree. Totally
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So yeah. Ooh,
Wow.
he wants to sell his M6 for a 991.
Congrats.
Yeah lah. I mean, you go from a lanyard to a proper sports car lah.
Yeah.
If you can afford, right? Chiang, where's that 991.2 convertible? Yeah. So H Wong, if you are selling your M6, I presume is fully paid, and then you can sell it for, I believe, 280,000 for your M6 or 300K.
I think you can get
Then
300
you
lah,
go
the
for
M6.
the depends. It depends. Really depends. Then you may want to look at 991.2 convertible. There's one up for sale. Beautiful spec, white exterior, red leather, and it's the facelift
Oh,
version. Very
So
the
very
rare.
nice and at a
thermal.
very
So rare.
reasonable price, 600K. It's very reasonable, 600,000. All right. Yeah,
Oh, 62, the 62
very
one.
reasonable pricing.
Oh, wow, red roof some
Fantastic.
more.
Yeah, it's fantastic price. So it's a newer car, so loan margin may be higher, right? And it's the point 0.2 3-liter turbo engine instead of the 3.8 NA.
And
This one
A.
has more
Yeah.
power, yeah, better spec, everything, lower road tax, everything
Yeah.
is brilliant. It's brilliant. And you look at the pricing when you are taking loan, that one is 120K down payment. This one is 180K down payment. It's 60K difference when it comes to outlay. Your outlay is 60,000 difference. You get a convertible roof and a point 0.2. And of course, your installment is higher lah. But
Mm.
Hmm.
if you're someone who can afford an M6, this one to you, no issue lah. You buy your M6 also 1 million already last time. Right.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is like, oh, Thana.
Oh, but this is Bobby spec, actually.
Yes, it's Bobby spec.
This is
Uh,
Bobby
Anna,
spec. This is
what is your spec?
C2S 997 997.1 C2S manual yellow.
Wow, you
That's
even go
that's
down
that's,
to the
that,
color.
that's my spec. If I can pick that's it. I don't want PDK, not automatic. I want the manual. I want a 997.1. I want a C2S, not a C4S. Yeah.
You want rear wheel
yeah.
drive.
Yes. I want to feel threatened. I want to feel like if I do a stupid thing like downshift wrongly, the car will spin. I'll lose my life. I want to feel all that.
You know why? I mean, that Porsche will be like, I want that Porsche, and then I will give the keys to my wife. Nana, it's yours. She driving that convertible will make me look good.
Okay, it's okay.
Oh.
I've got this image. The funny thing, the image, the early image. Chiang, the car driving not on the road highway. There, on the left, on the left. Yeah. Okay, I got this exact image in red on my wallpaper for the last maybe 10, 15, or maybe 20 years. Same picture, I got, So I almost feel like I'm destined to buy. I have to buy it, I got this thing about something I see, I must buy it. Then I can go on, So one of those things I gotta do a bit. Mesti beli.
Okay.
Good.
997
And seven.
is beautiful
Let me
lah,
claim.
but not in yellow lah. Fuck yellow lah.
No. Sorry. The one in my mobile paper was red. It was a red. I think I have it now.
Yeah.
It was a red.
But for me, a Porsche coupe for me is
Hmm?
silver. Silver
Silver.
is
Oh.
silver, like proper. Anyway, okay. Any other
Anyway.
questions before we go into Dude West, Mike?
He doesn't have one. You had time to do your homework, Chiang. You didn't do what? Yesterday you were gallivanting, doing drifting like a madman. That's why. So, 328i, 90k, 100k to budget. What to look out for? Same thing, charge
Yeah, you
pipes
think
and
how
all
I
those things.
feel, Chiang? How I feel,
Sorry?
right? Yesterday, right? Oh, do so much for you all. I pay so much money for you all to enjoy. And then today you should tell me, Nah, Bobby, you know why I didn't prepare it? Because yesterday you asked me go play, Okay. Kacau you. Okay, Thana, sorry. You want to
Yeah.
answer?
No. Yeah, the same thing, Charge pipes and timing
The timing chain guide,
issue. Yeah,
timing chain
timing
guide.
chain
Yeah.
guide. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not normal stuff,
But
in a way.
bottom line is all well documented. Any good workshop or mechanic who is experienced dealing with F30s will be able to have the car sorted out properly for you, assuming you get a decently maintained one with no issues.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Nothing much to worry, right? T28i.
Yeah, nothing.
Got anything, go look for corn lah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, this
Interesting
one
question.
because his uncle. Yeah, come, you come.
Come,
Thana,
play.
Thana. I
Play,
think,
Same one. Take.
yeah. I
Mr.
think we
Fong,
want
right?
to
Yeah,
take the
same
same
one.
thing,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Because it's
Hmm.
yeah. You want to help him? So nice, father buy 150k car for the son.
Yeah.
To share with his son.
Mm,
Must have Android Auto.
mm.
Android Auto, you can always add, Mr. Fong. I mean, Android Auto, normally you buy aftermarket, are actually quite good. So it's not really a big thing, having an Android
Yeah.
Auto in the car you buy,
Mm.
Yeah.
I think just focus on the car itself.
Can I pull this question to link back to something I said before? Okay,
Mm.
Fong.
Yep.
A while ago, I mentioned this scenario to fresh grads. So the scenario is if you come from a okay, well-to-do family, where after you finish your college studies, your father is the one that's buying a car for you, and he bought, and most of the time they can pay off the car like a Vios or a City, 80k, 70k they pay cash and pay off the car for the son to go to work, so he have no worries on car maintenance, installment. He can straight away go and get a house or something, right, to shorten his process. So I mentioned that to college fresh grads. If you come from this kind of family, maybe your family got a Velfire, got a E-Class or something like that, then you can afford something like that, right? Tell your father to buy you a BMW Z4, or if it's within that range, a Boxster. Now,
Mm.
saying that, right, Thana also, right?
Yep.
Because the thing is this, is totally like, what the heck, he just came out to work, he should get a VR City and all that. Yes, we get that part, but he's not married, he's not getting married anytime soon, right? He just needs a car to go to work. But why we mention this is because if your son has a means in his car that has not just going to work, but there is a chance of him or yourself using the car to come and join a different community, like our community, because this come from exact experience. We see our weekend drive, right? We see college youngsters are now friends with datos, with people in their 50s, in their 45s, youngsters who look like just still studying in school, talking to Thana, chatting with him and things like that. It expands your son's network of friends and people. Instead of your son coming out to work in his cubicle with his colleagues who are probably around his same age, talking about the newest Netflix show, which bubble tea cafe just opened up, or what kind of NFT crypto, whose manager is an asshole, who got promoted, which karaoke to go to. Instead of him being stuck with his peers, having something like that, you and him yourself, right, can come out and join, and immediately your son's friends scope of friends just expand like nobody's business. Suddenly he come out and tell you, oh, I got that 3 friend who drives Ferraris. It's like,
correct.
huh?
And Mr. Fong, let me just flip what Bobby said into a different viewpoint also. Let's say, Mr. Fong, you buy him a Boxster, and then you are driving the Boxster. It's your car, lah. You let your son drive, lah. I tell my wife, lah. Imagine my son, lah, because my son has. I got the video, lah. I show you Bobby. Apa buy, apa got BM, apa got. Imagine what his method is of his first car, or what he can do. He won't look at Honda and Toyota already. Forget it. His mindset now, my son, I got a video. He said, my wife, what kind of buy? I want to buy a Boxster, but I want to be in blue. And then he said, I want to buy. He went and did the video. I later I sent it, Bobby. And then so I was thinking, I said, Kana, good job. Because why? I've set on him on a pedestal, whereby you're only going up from there. So I think that is the biggest thing in your son. Not so much about money, whatever, of you creating what's the baseline of what he can do, and then furthermore, already, all as parents, we only want our kids to be better than us. And if that can be done by giving him a great car, there you go,
And I think it's very important to point out that we are not trying to cultivate an elitist mindset, right?
That's
It's
not,
not like that at all. Yeah, it's about like what Hot Boy sees here. It's about networking. It's about being like what Bobby points out. It's about being able to network with individuals who have greater maturity. We don't talk about their wealth and whatnot. We are talking about allowing your son to mix with people of a higher level of maturity. It changes your view world completely. There's people that can impart so much wisdom to your to younger people. There, it's about that.
Yep.
It's the same like sometimes you pass a toll booth, you saw a youngster sitting inside the toll booth, young man with his gel hair, sitting inside. Why he end up working in a toll booth? Because when he told his friends he's working at a toll booth, his friends didn't fuck him.
Yes.
His friends are like, hey, good you found a job already. Yeah, I'm still flipping burgers, but recently not so good. It's about whether you accept or not. If you die also don't. If you don't go and apply the job to work at a toll booth, you wouldn't end up as a toll booth worker, right? If you don't apply that job, right? You just don't look at all these things. You just look at something else. You talk to a few friends. Hey, let's open a car wash. I saw Con doing quite okay, right? Maybe I go and talk to Con. He's willing to support me to open one. Let's go try. Things like that. Then you won't, instead of applying the form and say I want to go to a toll booth and work, you went and talked to Con, or you saw our live show and Thana, can I talk to you? Then you go and meet up with Thana and then ask him. Thana say, oh, I have this idea. You want to do it? Let's do it together. It's just that simple. It's really that simple.
I say it's about baseline, lah. The moment there's a baseline, you can only go above that. If for all the kids who are working in a certain job and again, I'm not putting down because I've worked in Buxton Grand before. I've worked in Buxton Grand packing things after SPM. I worked for 2 months, like,
Yeah.
because my family wasn't rich. For me, that was okay, you
Mm.
work there, correct?
Yeah.
But if my
Yeah.
father was well-to-do and this is your baseline, you'll come out, you'll go and work in your father's friend's place, learning about banking or something else. So that is
Mm,
what you
mm,
gotta do. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah. Mm.
mm.
Okay.
Okay, Fong. Good luck with your hunt. Do come back to our show next week once you have have in mind what you're looking at. Oh, this is good. This is
No,
good.
no. Manually soft top. The manually soft top
Okay,
is
lah,
broken.
not this, not this particular example, but this model. I'm talking about this model.
It's a broken one. Don't buy this one.
This model. Yeah.
Manually soft top.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Mm.
Uh,
Mm, mm.
okay. How about this one? Swift Sport, non-sport. Gen
Gen
fan
1,
had.
which the one fan has, the first gen, or the
Okay.
second
First
gen,
gen
which the
two.
1.4.
Mm.
I think they are both the same.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I
They're
think they
both
all
the same.
drive well. Just look at. I mean, the
Yeah.
Gen One is already very old. It's already like
Yeah.
18 years old. The car, very very old. So get a Gen Two lah.
Mm, mm.
Okay.
Morning
Mm.
morning drives, guys. Please head over to Evo Club. Chiang, maybe can bring up the link.
Mm.
Please go
Mm.
sign up. All of you watching, all 400 of you, please go and sign up at
Yeah.
the site, and you get
Hey,
alerts.
Chiang, flash that site down. club.evomalaysia.com. The URL. Yeah.
There we are.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Mm. But you know what? You see,
What?
he's really tempting. You know, if you buy a 48K Bentley, right?
Hmm?
You treat it as a rental,
Phew.
right? Per day rental, let's say per day rental is 4K for people to
And
shoot
let
movie,
and let's say the car
wedding.
drives, and let's say the car can drive 5 days in a month. Okay, go on.
Yeah, you make money. You make money
Enough.
off it. Oh, yeah, yeah.
I
I mean,
I wouldn't lah.
not, not for personal usage, but if it's for
Yeah.
business purposes, right?
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
say Con say you sign up my most expensive package, I'll come and pick you up with the Bentley. So it's a different proposition, right? Like
Yes.
you run a company where you have like 30, 40, 50 clients, right? Then every time your staff take your client out for lunch or something, right? Your staff must use this company car, this Bentley, to pick them up. You know, give them that surprise. Wow, you know, and then 48K is like a fantastic investment.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yes,
Okay.
because Bentley is the only super luxury brand you can buy at this price.
Yeah. Or you can launch it as a package whereby you become the driver, and this package is for boyfriends to pick up their girlfriends to a surprise dinner or lunch location. Instead of you fetch your girlfriend, both of you jam together, go there makan, right? You're there waiting for her already, and then they engage your service. 1,500 ringgit. Inside put flour, put some chocolate, something. Then the car waiting for her at her office, right? Pick her up to the dinner location. She don't know when. I tell you, this one at night sure other adegan
Busy.
bersambung.
Ah.
Yeah, still new one this one, right? So then
Then,
you can make sense of it.
and
It
then
makes
after
money.
that, throw in my morning after package, shall we?
Then every year pay 32.5% of the car purchase as no tax.
Yeah, yeah. No lah, I don't think like that lah. That one business. I mean,
Business cost.
use it as a
Okay.
business proposition. You see, only a Bentley and Rolls Royce can do this, right? You can't
Yeah.
you can't do this shit with a 7 Series, with
Yeah.
a S class,
Yeah.
right?
Not even a
Once
Mercedes, no.
Yes, once they get old, there's nothing classy about them. But Bentleys and
Yeah.
Rolls Royce still can pull this off.
Yes.
Yeah. And Bentley at the budget. Same year, Rolls Royce is 600K. Same
Yeah.
year, Bentley 48K. Okay. All right.
Tempting.
All right. I think we're at the end of our session, 2.5 hours.
Yep.
Hope we help you all. Hope we entertain you all, and you can see our energy going down. You know, and yeah.
I am sure Bobby wasn't.
Yeah. Oh, no energy for that. So thank you so much, Thana. Thank you, Con.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chi Yang, for not making us play Dude, Where's My Car?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So yeah, for those who want to know or do not know, Con runs Evo Club Car Wash. All right.
Thanks for the plug.
It's his business now. The difference with his business is that you can be at work, you can be wherever you are. He can come to you and pick up your car. He engages a professional team, so they actually charge you. But for busy people, that charges is nothing. Pick up your car, get it washed, and when he wash your car, he check your tires, he check your fluids, he check everything. And he's like the medical card for your car. You know, make sure he make sure you are up to date with everything. Then he will let you know, and then he will send the car back to you. That's Con.
Now we have a 3 month, 6 month, 1 year package or so can inquire the line and inquire.
All right. So guys, and if you want to open Evo Club Car Wash, you can go and talk to Con also. Okay. The good thing about opening Evo Club Car Wash is this: you open any car wash, right? You need traffic. Let's say your car wash is called I don't know what you call it, like you call it some gung ho name or whatsoever, right? You need people to see your car wash, so you have to go to a very front where people, and most of the time those rental will be 12K, 15K, very expensive, right? But if you run an Evo Club Car Wash, you can have your car wash at some discreet place where the rental is maybe 3K. Because it doesn't matter to people. You pick up their cars and bring back to your shop. That's the first thing. The second thing, when you run Evo Club Car Wash, we are shouting out for you. So immediately people will know about you and you have business. So that's the difference between getting business yourself, which means you need to pay higher rental for high visibility, compared to you have the support of Con and Horizon. We shout out for you to pick up cars for people, and then you do your stuff, and then
all this you know, what Bobby said, all the car pickup service is there, and I'm also in the midst of implementing a workshop grade CRM, so that will allow all the outlets to share a common customer database.
Okay, all right. So hey, your customer database are all add into club.evomalaysia.com.
Can.
Okay.
That one I need somebody to do the actual keying in.
Yeah. You pass it to us. All right. Good night. And Thana, you have anything that you want to shout out? Anyone who wants to buy car, sell car, can go to Thana.
In coming weeks, I'll make an announcement. So, but so far, that's something that I'm working on, trying to set things up. No, it's fine. But once it's set up, then I will officially, formally announce.
Thana will be bringing out his expertise to help people. All right.
Yeah.
Correct. And Hasbullah is a lecturer, a YouTuber, very successful YouTuber that teach people things, you know. And the other day he joined us for Southern Siege Drive, right? We from KL supposed to drive down to Johor and drive around there. He stays in Johor. He drove all the way up to KL to join us. Drove all the way down to JB. Amazing, man.
Epic.
And then before Balik, he drove back up to KL already.
Yeah. Hasbullah is a very good friend of ours, and also because of cars that were connected. And I'm so happy to meet people like him, you know, intellectual, that we can share ideas, that we can talk, you know, fantastic fella. All right. So, thank you so much, people. Anything else you all want to add?
No, stay safe.
Good night. See you tomorrow, Thana.
See you in the morning. Bye.
All right. Good night.